Testing. 1, 2, testing.
And testing.
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 Yep, sounds good.
Hello and welcome to the Yacht Club, your weekly bar citizen. Here, we like to talk about the latest news, the hottest topics, and the coolest Star Citizen content from the community just like you. We try to do all of this while staying classy and not spilling our drinks. Tonight, we have a fantastic guest, Chris Harrow. If you don't know Chris Harrow,
Hello.
Hey, Chris. Thanks for joining us on the show. Chris is known throughout the Star Citizen universe for creating the type font for the Xi'an and Banu languages. And hopefully a little bit later in the show, we'll be able to hear him speak a little Xi'an for us. So pretty exciting. We also have some cool announcements coming up for PAX East, where the Yacht Club is going to take an 890 jump and have on that jump a fight club fight that's going on. It's called Bar Fight. We're going to show you a poster for it. We'll talk about the sponsors. We'll talk about the chances of what you can win for being on that. Being on that show, either being on the ship itself or tuning in and watching. So it's going to be a lot of fun. But for right now, please sit back and relax. For the next hour and a half, probably closer to 3, we want you to relax, grab a drink, and join us.
Where we take 15 minutes of content and turn it into 4 hours. We're pros at this.
Right. Before we get going and start finding out how the week has gone for each member, let's talk very quickly about things that happen in the show. First thing is, if you want to donate to the show, please make sure that you use the donation link in the Twitch description. That makes sure that almost all the money comes through to us and very little goes through to Twitch, because every penny that comes through, we give back to the community in the form of ship giveaways. We want to make sure that we don't keep any of that money. We give it back to you in the form of ship giveaways on that very show that you donate. So it's a lot of fun. It really adds to it. If you decide to put in $25 or more, you get to rename one of the hosts for the duration of the show. And that's always a lot of fun. If you have questions during the show, of course, type them in the chat. If there's something that we think is a great question that we want to raise on the air, we'll do that at the end of the show. So make sure any questions you put in, especially if you want us to save them for the end, for the interview process with Chris, the questions about Chris, or if it's for us on the show as well, preface that question in brackets, in parentheses, with the
First
word question.
With my new mouth, sorry. Anyway, there's the first party foul of the night.
And so it begins.
That's so it begins. Sorry about that.
Okay, well, no worries. Why don't we start go around the show? Chris, because you're our guest, we'll let you go first. If you could just very quickly tell everybody who you are, what you do in the verse, and then tell us a little bit about something about your week, and then also, of course, what you're having to drink tonight.
Okay. Hello, I'm Chris Harrow. I'm a Xi'an expert at the UEE Xenolinguistic Institute, and I mainly do create the fonts for the alien languages for Star Citizen.
Very nice.
And you also organize Bar Citizen in Frankfurt.
Yeah, you're right. I'm the organizer or the creator of Bar Citizen Germany. And wait, I can show it. Can you see this?
Oh, there
Awesome,
you go.
yeah. That is
Nice
very
and
cool.
nice and very very German. I love it.
Bar Citizen Germany. Yes, y'all have a great Bar Citizen going over there. Y'all haven't had one in Frankfurt in a while, though.
Yeah, that is my time problem. I have
get
3 children, and my 4th children is about to be born in a month.
Oh my goodness.
wow.
In May.
Congratulations.
He just spawning all sorts of little Star Citizens.
Yeah.
Too many
I'm
children. Future
working my
carrot crew.
Yeah, he's
Future carrot crew.
spawning a crew. That's awesome.
One in each turret.
And by the way, I'm drinking chamomile tea for my voice.
Okay. Yeah, that was me last week.
And what is it like 4 a.m. out there?
Yeah, it's 4:18 now.
Wow, you're a trooper.
Thanks for getting up early or
Yes.
staying up late for us. We really appreciate it.
That would
Yeah,
be nice.
I slept
That-
in advance, so I'm fit.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
And
Nice.
inconvenient hours for our European friends.
Yeah.
I see Starship Captain Nemo is out there in chat. He always wakes up super early so he can show.
Yes.
So you have a kindred brother joining you tonight.
Yes, you do.
Uh,
Yeah, who just
you know,
resubbed. Thank you, buddy.
But it's fantastic. It kind of goes to show how the community pulls together, for this wonderful project and hobby that we all share. So really cool.
Yeah, it's
Actually,
it's
thanks for all
fantastic.
the resubs. We had a lot of resubs there.
Yeah, we missed a lot of that, so we're sorry.
We must have had one show at one point where everybody just subbed all at once, and then it's just
Yeah,
like-
right, because they
Yeah.
come in
Yeah.
batches like
Yeah.
crazy.
I think it was 11 months ago because mine triggered tonight. T's triggered tonight. I'm sure
So
a bunch.
Insidious,
There's another
Jay,
one. Hey,
Jay the
Don,
Brown.
thanks for the tip, buddy. I'll be right back. I gotta take a cat upstairs.
Awesome.
Yeah. So why don't we move on to Doc? Doc, how was your week?
All right, it's getting noisy in here.
Okay. Why don't we move on to Jordan? We can come back to Doc if calm down on your.
Yeah.
My week has been absolutely fantastic. Been streaming every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday with our wonderful community. And Monday we had of course I've got hi right now all of a sudden. Thank you for that. We had like 15 people from the yacht club and the jump club just spontaneously get 10 890s together, and we flew from Orville over to Microtech. We've got some clips a little bit later on, which were pretty impressive.
Good.
And it's like we streamed for almost 5 hours in the PTU, so the stability was phenomenal. So I hope they get the PTU out to live here this weekend. But they'll probably just drop the Carrick in it this weekend and run the Carrick for a week in the PTU, and then we'll get it on the 29th. And I am actually drinking beer again for first time in a very long time. I've got a lovely Weinstefaner Hefeweizen, one of the best beers in the world, right there. 98 points on Beer Advocate.
He just likes saying Hefeweizen.
I love Hefeweizen.
Jordan, you're supposed to drink beers because you like them, not because some app tells you to like them.
Ooh.
I liked it before that I saw that it was 98 points. I had it in a bar once. It's like, this is really delicious, and I got it in the grocery store, and then now I pick it. I always pick up one or two when I go to the Total Wine, and I'll select like a whole bunch of different beers. So I got a couple of porters, a couple of Hefeweizens, and a nice selection. Hey, No Man Security, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub.
Thanks, buddy.
Hey,
No
thanks for
man.
saying that. Yeah.
No Man Security. It's a great little
I
name.
love his name.
He's actually somewhat close
that's really
to us. I just met him, or just finally got to talk with him. He's in Pittsburgh, so we're gonna drag him to an
cool.
all Ohio citizens. He's gonna make it, and if he
Fantastic.
survives, then
That's a great time if you get a chance to get to it. It's an awesome time. Shadowkin puts on an amazing gathering.
Well, it's not
Some great
just me.
people get
It's
together.
Dragar
Yeah.
and Nidus and a couple other people. So yeah, but we
Well,
definitely do it right.
Okay. Well, the team
Yes,
that
there you
makes
go.
that happen. It's great.
Ohio,
It's a
the
good
Ohio
time
bar
had by all.
citizens put on a great bar citizens. Stim flew all the way to Ohio bar citizen from Vancouver, Canada. I flew
Yeah,
all the way from
we should do that again.
Fort
We should try to
Lauderdale,
do that.
Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and T Nightster drove like 5 hours from Tennessee, and we had a great
Worth
time.
time.
it.
Great
We'll do it
time.
again.
It was awesome.
We'll do
Get
it
to meet all the cats.
again. Yes, you did. Which now there's
19
more.
cats.
Now there's more.
How many do you have
More
now?
cats.
I think there's 6 more now. Since you
No,
guys
way.
were
Holy
here.
25
crap.
cats.
No, it's still 19, but it was you guys were here. I think it was
Still
only
19.
14.
But
16.
No.
no, it was 19. It was 19.
Yeah, it's 19. Yep.
It was
Time
19.
flies.
But you actually find homes for those, right? So like some you
No, I
keep, you can't let go.
No, that's
Oh,
the problem.
Oh,
We always take
Oh.
in the really difficult ones and then rehabilitate them, and then they end up just staying. So that's why
you
I
just
have
fall
it.
in love with them. Okay, so you had all 19
I'm
when
not
we were
good
there.
at adopting. That's why we
Yes, he did.
we
Yes,
sponsor
he did.
adoptions now, and another place where I never see them. Anyway, sorry.
Okay, Doc, why don't you tell us about your week real
Katie's
quick?
gonna retire.
Fine. Decent week. Taxes. Flying. Nonsense. Basic.
Are
Fun.
you getting paid or are you paying?
Oh, I'm paying right now.
Yeah, I'm paying too.
Oh, taxes? No, I'm getting paid in
Oh,
taxes.
I'm paying. That sucks.
I made a lot less money last year than I thought I did.
Oh,
Ah,
well, that helps in taxes. They take less.
Yeah. Good time. And I'm drinking water because I forgot to make a drink. No,
Oh, good.
I like dinner was late, so I didn't think about it on time.
These things happen. They happen.
Yeah.
Happens to the best of
I'll
us.
probably go get one later.
Well, I'll do that.
Yeah.
For myself, it's been a really, really busy week. I went to finally got a scan done, medical scan for my hip done yesterday, which if anybody knows. Yeah. And I found I have a case of stupidity. Anyway, long story short, like I'm trying to find out, if I can go and get physio. Yet 6 months later, I finally get into this appointment, and they're like trying to fit me out for a hip replacement. I'm like, I don't need a hip replacement. I'm fine. Thank you very much. I just want to know if I'm working out and I'm screwing myself up.
Oh my God,
that's crazy.
I am not that old. Give me a break.
Did you injure your hip or something?
So
your
I went
mama.
through leukemia
Yep.
in my very early 20s, and an issue from that is I ended up having avascular necrosis, which means that the ball joint actually loses a blood supply to it. So all the bone within the ball joint ends up dying. And so I had to go through a procedure where they shelled out the ball joint, took a segment of my fibula. So I actually only have my tibia down there, which carries 4/5 of the weight. And they put that section into and gave a new femoral neck, and then crushed up a bunch of bone from the hip and put it in there so that bone could then form a new lattice and
Oh wow.
strong hip again. So it's all my own parts. And eventually I'll need a hip replacement, but I just want to put it off as long as possible.
Gotcha.
So it's not something I really want to do anytime soon. Nor am I anywhere near any kind of pain thresholds where I'd have to worry about it. So totally fine.
And you can ski. I mean, you skied with us last year, so
Yeah, I probably shouldn't though.
Probably
shouldn't.
Randomly
One of the things I noticed
falls.
is my one foot,
shatters.
because I only have one bone in my lower leg, so there aren't the two bones to stop the torsion. So my one foot does this while I ski. I'm looking down, going, "That's not good."
Well, at least you're with the noobs that weren't really skiing. I mean, I was the only one who actually managed to ski there at the very end, so
Yeah.
I guess it wasn't too harsh on you.
Well, if I stick to green runs or go easy on blues, it's no problem. But it's tough because I used to ski race and I used to patrol that, so it's really hard to hold back. And you've got all the skill, yet you just got to
Just go get that shit replaced. Become bionic.
Go
Bionic
get that shit replaced.
Just get out there,
Parts are
man.
easy now.
Yeah.
Like
Yes,
little temporary discomfort, and then it's like you're a new man. Like
Yeah,
my old boss, he was 75, and he was national ranked racquetball.
And we have a doctor on
and
staff.
it's
Oh, that's right, Doc.
Yeah.
Doc, take care.
You got a good saw? I'll Advil.
Fix him.
Yeah, no,
They're
I
just-
mean, I even have Moltren.
So Pixelite says is bionic stem. Now, because in Canada we call it Voltaren. That's how you say it. So
Voltaren.
it's like decal decal, right? Anyway, whatever.
Oh god,
So
here we go.
No.
because my lower leg only has one bone, I'd have to get that replaced. That's part of the issue as well. So
Well,
I would
but that's just stick another
Stimborg.
rod in there.
maybe I could get amputated right below the knee. Get
Like
those spring things.
Yeah, one of those razors.
Quinn just
Those
called
are better
you
for running,
Stimborg.
not for skiing.
Yeah, but I want to be bionic stem. That sounded really
Wow.
It does.
That's
I
not really
always-
bionic. That's
Bionic
kind of
citizen.
no. You know what?
it's
and
kind of a
it's
high
probably-
technology prosthetic.
The only reason I don't think that's an off-color joke is because I always say I was born too early, and if I was born in the future, I'd probably end up being a shipjacker or something like that with all these bionic stuff extra. Anyway, let's get on with the show.
We are on the show. we actually have a show to do.
Right,
Chris, you're in for a
so-
ride, buddy.
Well, but before we do, if anybody is drinking something in the chat that they'd like to share. Oh, I'm drinking, by the way. It's called Prime Time, and its tagline is "No compromises." This is a
we
beer.
just lost your cam there, Stim.
And we just lost you.
Of course we did.
While he's
Of
doing
course
that,
we
I'm actually trying a new Mitra straight rye, which is actually pretty damn amazing. Single barrel straight rye, and it's actually pretty smooth. So I'm trying that in
It's got,
Manhattan,
like-
and I'm messing around with it. But yeah,
Oh, it was 80% more hairy for a second there.
80s more. No,
Brendan says, whatever you do, Step, don't use Drake parts.
Yeah, don't use.
Yeah.
Drake, but-
Use Drake parts. They're
No,
cheap
no,
and
no.
easy to maintain.
Yes.
Drake
And you
Parts
just have to
Pro.
keep replacing them, which is painful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's called Prime Time, and it's sponsored by Game Glass. No, I'm just joking.
Oh God.
It is.
That was good though.
It's a really cool beer because, and I'm trying to say, how do I sounding without getting abused by the guys on the show? It doesn't
Careful.
bloat you in any way.
That was not the right way.
Not floaty.
Well, I couldn't
anyway,
keep it away.
guys, you want to take this one?
Moist.
Moist.
Phil
There it
Cass
is.
is drinking some $2 Chuck from Trader Joe's.
$2 Chuck.
Have you guys tried that? I've never actually tried that.
Is it anything like Pabst?
I hear something like that, and I think of the
it's-
Samuel Adams ale.
It's the special Trader Joe's wine that they sell for $2 a bottle, and supposedly it's a decent wine. I haven't brought myself to
Don't
try it.
lie,
Actually,
it's
the
White Claw.
couple times I've been there, I
You haven't
I
brought
thought about
yourself to pay $2 to try it.
yeah,
I
You
don't go
could
to Trader.
you could always hand it to the guy around the corner if you did though.
Nice. Yeah, walking out, just give it to the bum.
a lot of people like it. A lot of people like it.
We got
So,
Johnny Walker, Johnny White Walker Game of Thrones edition, No Man's Security. That's
Oh,
an
wow.
interesting one.
That sounds pretty cool.
Mio Energy shows in.
So is that the same Johnny Walker with just extra fancy labeling, and they charged an extra $10 for it
Probably.
because it's
Oh,
Game
yeah.
of Thrones edition?
Probably
Probably.
20 bucks more.
No.
Jay the
Yeah,
Brown's
rum and
drinking a rum and coke. Good choice.
Yeah, see,
Nice,
we don't
solid
even have
choice.
to make fun of you for the non-bloaty thing. Chad already is.
What? what kind of rum? Is it Kraken? Is it the right kind?
That's not the right kind of rum.
or is it that Australian?
I
Bundaberg
don't like
rum.
spiced rum, so
You don't like spiced rum? What did rum
No.
ever do to you? What did spices ever do to
I
you?
like regular rum. I drink it all the time. It's just spiced rum is.
Oh, there's a phantasm in the background there.
He's
Dr. Murray.
He's passing.
A beautiful kidlet.
He's
Go to bed.
pounding
Aw.
Zimas currently.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Pounding steam.
Zimas. That's awesome.
Malibu coconut rum, cool. I like coconuts.
All right.
Okay,
Moving
moving
right
on. So the first thing, okay, so on the 13th, if you don't know how the show progresses by now, then you are obviously new here. We go chronologically throughout the week. We finish our shows on a Wednesday, so we start naturally last Thursday, which was the 13th of February, where we got a Valentine's Day reminder message that was put out to celebrate the in-game version of Valentine's Day, which is called Coramore or Coramore. So do you have that up?
Oh,
Can you?
you don't.
There it is.
Yeah, this is the. Yeah, it's been up. I was just making sure it's the right one.
Pretty cool.
It's so pink.
So
All Valentine's related things.
why can't I see it? That's the problem.
Oh, why can't
Are you looking on the stream?
I'm looking at the stream. Oh, my
I
stream
can
needs
see
to be
it on the
refreshed. It's
stream.
frozen. There we go. Okay.
See, there you go.
Excellent.
that would
Just
help.
back it.
Hashtag winning.
Hashtag pro streamers. Hey, how's it going, buddy?
Hey, Oscar. Good to see you. I have a form to fill out for you. I will get it done. I promise. It'll happen.
He's already putting you to work. The
bit
guy
late.
gets a drink and then he gets put to work. What a guy.
Oh, he knows what I'm talking about. Okay, so just to talk a little bit about this, if you kind of missed it, what's happening is that Star Citizen has an in-game event, and the The lore post went into a little bit more detail, but basically it's talking about how there were two lovers that were separated, and the one lover was sending transmissions and messages to the other one in order to sort of communicate obviously their affection, and finally found a way to get to his partner, and it's a really, really touching story. So if you haven't had a chance to look at that post, it's pretty good. It's nice and short, and there's lots of pictures, so it passes the
It's
sting
nice and
test.
short. There's lots of pictures. That's all you have to say for this community. Oh, there's pictures.
Go read it. Look at the pretty pictures.
It's in bite-sized chunks, so CIG has been listening.
Yes, very much so.
It's really good. Okay, why don't we step into Inside Star Citizen and have a look? So this week, like we used to do, Joran went through and put them all into little bite-size videos
Nuggets.
for us that we could, while we chat, which is really nice.
Little B-roll, as you call it.
So this is Prison Props. I'm super excited for how Prison's going to come out. It's going to be cool.
Oh, thanks,
I'm
T.
super excited that people are going to be in prison, and I better not be in prison ever.
I'm gonna make sure Jordan goes to prison at least once.
At least once. You know, for science.
For science.
Yeah, I want to go check it out though. I definitely want to do.
Oh,
some
everybody's gonna go in one night. We're gonna
you know?
make a show of it.
I have absolutely no interest in being in prison. Like none.
So,
Yeah, but
basically, what we're gonna
that's
do
why Doc
is
wants
we're gonna
to stick me in
frame
there.
Joran on a show. We're gonna frame Jordan on a show, and then he's gonna go to
Oh,
prison.
I like that.
And it's gonna be great.
Temple's going to break me out in his prowler.
All right.
Dr. Mary's going to shiv you before you can make it to the end.
How about
Yeah.
those shivs, dude? Those things look evil.
Yeah, there they are.
Oh no,
It
there's
looks like a
basketball
real-
in prison.
They're super
Yeah,
rusty
Marcus.
too.
It should be basketball.
Hey, Steve, thanks
No
for
basketball.
thanks for the Patreon. That was supposed to be a different alert.
Hey, right on.
Evidently, I gotta fix that. Thanks for helping me
Fantastic.
find that poll.
So, in addition to Twitch, we also have Patreon. For Patreon, again, that all goes, actually, Patreon funds don't go back towards the show directly. They actually go into a prize draw that we end up doing every quarter.
And when are we doing
and
that?
We're doing that one at the end of March.
Okay.
Okay.
I've been
So,
asked that.
and
That's the only reason I say that.
yeah, no, we're doing end of March. So we actually missed the one at the end of December. We didn't have a full 3 months that time, and so the kitty or the prize pool is pretty low. So now it's going to be quite nice. In fact, we're going to be able to give away at least a Carrick.
Ooh, yeah, that's right. We got a nice pool of for the
Yeah, it's
so
gonna
yeah,
be
Patreon.
really nice.
That's going to be a great, and it's what, like one vote for everybody who got in. Is that how it's working?
Yeah, so there's a whole tiered structure based upon what your Patreon level is, and each of those levels gives you certain bits of access. I actually don't have it right in front of
I
me.
was gonna say you can tell who set this up.
Yeah,
I have
but-
no idea. That's why I'm asking.
Well, it's quite convoluted, but effectively, the more you give, the more sort of rights you have, and the more sort of entries you have. But the other stuff that you get for very low level entries, get sneak peeks on the stuff we're doing, like the Dr. Contrast show, the ship contest. We
Ooh,
ask you
speaking
questions and directions, so you get to have a little bit of input into things. As well as you get a bunch of sneak peeks of things that are upcoming. So it's kind of exciting. I would like to think that it's on the same par level as what CIG gives for a subscription. But we try and make it really interesting. Also, if you're a Patreon member, we try and get you things like challenge coins and pins and stuff like that as well. So although most of our Patreon members have also won a pin on the show, because our give away so much stuff that most of them have won a pin or a challenge coin on the shows. Okay, so moving on. So it's a fun way to engage with us. We have a channel which is open to Twitch subscribers and Patreon members that we communicate with quite a bit, and you can ask specific questions. Not that you can't ask questions in the regular channel. We'll answer those, but often if we only have 2 minutes just to pop in, I'll pop into the Patreon one first, just to say hi, just because I can't get
Just
pulled
because
right
he
into,
wants to be a play
into a
favorite,
long
that's
conversation.
all.
Right. Okay, so that's prison props. How about the terrain?
This I was super excited about. I mean, seeing the way this is progressing is like, holy shit. I mean, they're doing meshes on top of meshes like 4 times. The way that they're
4 or 5 levels of meshes.
right,
Yeah.
and then there's actual object like level mapping and stuff. I mean, it just the way this is gonna look is incredible. So, Chris, actually, what do you think about this? You're kind of an artsy guy. What do you think?
It's fantastic.
Yeah,
The scale this adds to the game is it's unbelievable.
Mhm.
And now with this tech to zoom in from the outer view of a planet to the finest details on grass and little rocks,
Yeah.
without any texture swapping and everything, it's fantastic.
I mean, this is just like grayscaling too, and it's like, I mean, we don't have any real color in this. I can't imagine what this is gonna look like with like colors and pieces and little bits and things. All that is, can't wait, can't wait.
So I just have news that there is a young lad watching the stream that has a birthday coming up on Friday, which is fantastic. This is Xiao's son.
Oh man, he won the Razor a couple weeks ago.
That's right.
So my boy.
So hope you're really loving that Razor. And one of the things mentioned here is that Xiao's really loves new languages, so that's kind of neat that he gets a chance to see
Very
Chris
cool.
and yeah.
Well, stay tuned past your bedtime. Don't worry, Dad will let you stay up late. We said so.
Welcome to the Yacht Club.
Welcome to the Yacht Club, son.
His name is Michael. Michael, it's really nice to meet you. Congratulations on that Razor.
That's right, buddy. Congratulations. Hope you're enjoying it.
And have
Those
a
are
fantastic birthday.
Yeah, they're gorgeous.
Okay, so
the ugliest thing that Star Citizen ever created.
Hold on the terrain for a second. Did you notice some of the terrain was kind of like there? It didn't look like
you cut out there for a second
hard
there,
rock.
I was wondering if that was me.
Oh
yeah.
No, it's
no. So one of the things we could do is we could try switching servers. But we can talk about that for next time because you can try switching servers and that has a good chance of improving.
Discord's been having issues all day today, so
yeah, it's Discord, unfortunately. So
sorry, people. We don't control
Discord's
the
been
internet.
really crappy here lately.
Not yet.
But yeah, no, I agree,
yourself.
Steve. That's one of the things that I'm really kind of excited to see in that if there's like volcanic lava areas on planets that have that kind of that flowing rock look, and when if you think about the effects that we see like in the mining rocks where the rocks are all glowing and sparking and that sort of thing, similar effects for lava and magma I think would be pretty cool.
Did you say it right? Magma.
Liquid hot
Magma.
Liquid hot magma.
So the
We're
next
children,
video
it's
the next video is about the mushrooms and the stumps. It's a really short
this
one.
has to be the ugliest thing
Toss it on loop. Yeah.
they've ever
These
made.
don't look like mushrooms at all.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
Yeah,
I like,
those
I saw
don't
this
look like
and I was
mushrooms.
What in God's name is that?
I think maybe they mean
they
like
look
a
organs,
harvestable
alien
fungus.
organs.
Yeah, like some of those weird funguses.
I've seen mushrooms that look like that. They just don't look.
How much
I
did you
believe
I
have?
that.
just don't know your mushrooms.
How many mushrooms have
They
you
look-
had? Well,
they
I'm
look
actually
pretty
allergic to
alien.
mushrooms, so this is probably why I haven't seen one.
Mushrooms that look like that.
I feel an asthma attack coming on just looking at them.
Mushrooms.
All right, I can't look at that
I like
now.
the stumps and stuff like that. Like just any kind of terrain, like the nursing level, like the shrubbery and stuff that you find in a forest.
Did you say
that-
shrubbery?
Shrubbery.
Shrubbery?
I don't know what it's called because
Oh, you're fine.
biology- but all of that level where everything's decomposing in the forest, and you've got trees that like stumps that are nursing other little trees, and
Oh, sure, it
berry
looks really
bushes
good.
growing, like all of
No
that's
doubt.
that's what's going to make the forests come to life.
Mm-hmm.
Not just having tree after tree after tree. If we really want to go out there and have that experience of maybe hunting wild game in the forest, it's going to be that low level content that's going to make it immersive. And
What, with an Animus missile launcher or something? What the hell, dude? Deer! I don't think too many people are going to be forging. Well, I don't know. I guess you could really forge in this game. But anyway, I thought that was fun. Anyway, go on.
well, so do you not think in the game that, like, okay, well, maybe they won't, because I remember Chris Roberts didn't want to have
He didn't want it to
survival
be
game.
a key thing where you had to absolutely do it to play the game. He did want it to affect it heavily, though. So, like, if you didn't eat,
if you make a fluid economy, then you'll have people that will want to go and specialize in doing
Absolutely.
that, like, and then they end up crafting meals that you end up then buying, and those meals have certain buffs, and you can eat them while you're out exploring.
Sure.
In order to get those buffs,
Yeah, and that's just it. It's more
use the
buff
shoilet
based
and the cutlass red.
and taking taking care of yourself than it is. Yeah. Anyway, no, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so
He
on
must be
to
important. Tell he doesn't have shit all over him.
hey, it's a tough job. Someone's got to do it. Microtech butterflies. What do
Love
those look
it.
like?
Love it.
Butterflies.
Well, I just think that like holograms
hummingbird.
Like this.
Yeah, those aren't butterflies. Oh, there are butterflies
there's
in there.
butterflies.
There are
Butterfly.
butterflies.
Yeah.
There
There's a
are.
dragonfly there too.
And like dragonflies.
Yeah.
And a
It's-
hummingbird.
the
Yeah,
hummingbird
those,
grabs your eye,
those cool
though.
little holograms.
Yeah, I mean,
So
it's
more
like it's a
holograms.
That's
hologram
terrible.
in a game, so it's like, yeah, okay, that should be easy, but I still think it's cool.
It's
They
very
look
cool.
bad. They look like current day holograms.
I think that's the point. I don't think they're supposed to look real.
But it would be cool if the hummingbird like zipped around.
No, it just turns into things.
Shaozin says, yeah, all the real ones are dead.
Yeah.
Oh, ouch! I saw one the other day, but by then, yeah, true.
Yeah, I've seen a few. Very nice.
Okay, so I'm really excited for the next thing coming up, which is the re-entry effects based upon.
Re-entry
I think
effects.
everybody is, yeah.
Pretty much everybody is stoked about this.
You know, it's crazy because we were all so excited when original reentry effects like 3 years ago. It's like we just like went wild. The whole community
I
went
think it
wild
was more
seeing
of
the
it
original
was a
ones.
surprise, like, oh wait, we're getting re-entry effects, because it was like I don't
Yeah.
think anyone was expecting it when they were like, oh hey, by the way, we have
No,
re-entry, and it was like,
was a
holy
total
shit!
shock.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah,
It
I want
was
to
super
see
has
happy.
looked
890.
so much better.
Oh yeah, I mean, what they had before, and what we have right now, it's clearly not like realistic. This looks a whole lot more realistic.
Yeah,
but
it
they
looks like
needed-
you've actually have
crazy looking.
surfaces heating and changing, like warming up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
Kerbal Space
But-
Program without all the actual explosions.
But
Yeah,
they need to
that's what I was
find
thinking.
distance fields in order to make this happen, right? In order to make it form the contour of the ship, and not have to program it individually for every ship and have it look exactly the same.
No, and it would be cool if it actually mattered. Like if you went straight down first and like the nose had some system in it that didn't really react well to heat, it should lower its ability to work. That is what I'm ultimately really hoping. Or like the Firefly or Serenity is just coming into the atmosphere. It's like and fireflies off. You're like, did we need that? I totally want
The
that.
blast shield.
Yeah, didn't we just bolt that on last week? Yeah, I totally want that. I think it should be a thing.
Yeah, me too. It's so fantastic.
You come in missing a few pieces, maybe a front landing gear. You're like, I think I needed that. No, I
So
love
Chris, which ship in the verse looks most like it's built for re-entry?
For re-entry,
it.
I know the answer to this question.
maybe the Avenger because of
There we
the
go.
the color scheme. It's
Yeah, 'cause
more
it's
like a
smooth.
space shuttle.
It does
It
look
looks
like
a space shuttle. It looks like it has ceramic tiles on the belly.
It does, yeah, a little black. Yeah, it does. Totally does.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 300 could totally pass as well. I think that rear wing would totally explode though. So I don't know. Definitely not this ship.
It's all futuristic space materials, man.
Does not look like it could. Yeah, it's 900 years in the future. I guess anything's possible.
It's space armor.
It's space
Everything
armor.
has super.
Or the Cutlass. The Cutlass looks like
super
the
high-
engines would just rip off.
The Cutlass would just fall apart.
So,
Melt.
Chris, please feel free to talk over us.
Yeah, sure.
And we just get into
blurt it out.
talking mode.
Just
So
whatever
please.
you want, man.
We talk over each other all the time. If something jumps out that you feel like, just blurt it out and just
what
run
I
with it.
wanted to add to the prison gameplay before, it was a funny story from CitizenCon, because we had a panel with Britton Watkins and Sherry Heiberg, and I think it was decided in the night that in the live stream our stream would be placed instead of the prison gameplay, because there were technical difficulties or something. And in the live stream, when our in the stream where our part was played, because it was I think we were recorded directly after the opening speech of Chris Roberts on the other stage. And later in the live stream, when the chat was going wild, because it wasn't this supposed to be the prison gameplay, and we only see this boring xenolinguistic stuff.
Nice.
It was so funny going through all the videos and the commentaries of people.
Always avoid chat. Never read the chat. Chat's horrific. Except for our chat. We love our chat. We have a great community, but Star Citizen Twitch chat is usually just horrific. I always close it.
Yes.
It's
It's like right up there with Concierge.
I watched several Twitch stream recordings after this, and there was a wide range of people just going leaving the stream place. That okay, in an hour and we return, and just ignore what is playing here. It's boring. other people were straight up hating and raging. Wow, we don't want to see this, and the funding that's all given away for this
those
useless
people.
stuff and everything. But
We have an
there
emote
were
for
other,
that.
other people that were very interested in the language and the aspects and the fidelity.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things about the community is that everybody is so passionate about the things that they care about, and if they don't care about things, they're really passionate against those things. And it's like, why are you wasting time on anything that's not related to this thing? Like the dogfighting people, the salvage people. I mean, all these people that want their element to be the top priority. And it's like, why are you wasting time on prisons or languages or physicalized damage? Or it's like any of these other things, but it's all part of creating this incredibly realistic universe. And people lose sight of that they're not just building a game, they're not just building a dogfighting sim, that they're building a universe, and it has more lore and more depth than really I think anything anybody's ever built. Like, I haven't played a lot of other games, so
I guess he's never seen a Warhammer game.
That's so accurate.
Okay. All right. So I've heard about Warhammer. Warhammer is a little bit of lore in there. Okay.
Pretty much nails it right
But-
there.
But generally, there's very few things that have this kind of lore. But Warhammer's, it's more of a role playing thing where everything's really about the lore and the story and the depth and all that, right? And it's not a realized built virtual universe
Yeah.
that you play in like this.
Mhm.
So a little different where it has to have that depth because of what it is. Kind of like Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, Dungeons and Dragons has 40 plus years of lore going on, right?
Well, okay, so Starship Nemo brings up a really good point. He says you want to learn What I want to have is gameplay that actually affords you to learn the language in order to find clues about, greater hidden treasures. I totally agree with that. Eve was the same way. So many people didn't know about it. There was so much lore that nobody was reading, and it was actually in the game, and you can go find it. And it was super freaking rare, but they stopped doing it after like the first few years, and so yeah, I hope they keep it up.
Like the Star Trek game has a bunch of lore.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
well, Star Trek's been going on for
70 years.
70 years.
A few years.
So they've had a little time to build up a little bit of lore.
Ooh,
Is
say
the
that.
lore,
Yeah,
is
we
the
need
lore in the
Sable.
Star Trek game?
And-
sort of-
And it even
I'm
has
just-
as the most famous conlang ever created. It's the Klingon language.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
They've
Yeah,
got
we had-
serious language.
We had a
The most fleshed
professional
out
on
conlangs.
last show.
Was that
Yeah.
Foster the Destroyer?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, she's so seriously
She's so
into
good at
the
it.
Klingon
She's
language.
like you,
She
but
is.
in Klingon.
Oh my god, I've got to totally highlight that her singing.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I
we
got to
have
create
that
a
clip?
Did we clip that?
No, but I'm gonna make a highlight. I'll make a highlight.
We'll
Yeah.
clip that for you.
That would be
Yeah.
great.
I gotta find that. That was
That was-
super cool.
Because that was like a 2-minute song she went off on. That's really good. She's really
Yeah.
good at it too. Yeah.
Yeah, she is. But yeah, and that's one of those things that it creates this depth for the people that want to really get into it. I am really excited about those other parts of the universe that we haven't gotten to that are entirely Xi'an worlds and Banu worlds and star systems. And it's like, I'm not
much
gonna
that they could
really-
do with that.
Oh,
yeah, I mean, I'm not going to learn the language because I suck at that. But
We're just gonna have you along, Chris.
To-
By the way.
go, yeah,
Translator.
it's totally. You're going to be brought along as our official translator. But
Ask them if they
going
have
to those
scotch.
star systems, it's like going to France and not speaking the language, and everything is like an entirely different culture. The Middle East or
Yeah,
something.
I know what you're speaking about.
It's
I
like
wa-
going
I
to
was,
Germany.
Oh, like,
I was I had my Xi'an workshop in the Paris in France. And I
oh
don't speak
yeah.
Hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
That
And-
must have been interesting.
Mhm.
After last year's CitizenCon, there was this Paris for 19 planned, but it was cancelled because of the venue got cancelled and everything, so they had to cancel it too. But
Oh,
I
that's a
already
shame.
had my booked my flight and hotel and everything, and I couldn't refund it.
Oh,
So I
no.
decided to just go fly there and meet people of the community and everything. And in spite of being unplanned, I met many people, and it didn't have any time to do sightseeing or something. It's very cool. And I met three guys from the Sino-Linguistic Institute, and yeah, we were going to nice restaurants and had Xi'an food there. Because in Manchester, I think the day before CitizenCon, I was eating with Britton Watkins. We were at the a Japanese restaurant called Wagamama, and we ordered as a side order kimchi. It's Korean food. It's fermented
Yes.
cabbage. I
Yep.
think.
Yeah.
It's very spicy, and Britton told me this is what you can think of Xi'an vegetable food. Because Xi'an they ferment their food and the meat and everything. Because the meat is not eatable for us
Oh,
because it's too dangerous.
Oh,
But
wow.
the
Oh, that's
vegetable
interesting.
we can eat.
Oh,
Sounds like it would
that's
be almost
interesting.
explosive at that point.
Yeah.
Fermenting alien
That's very cool.
vegetables. Yeah, sounds good.
So the Xeno-Linguistics Institute, is that a group of citizens in our community?
Yes,
Or is this
it's
broader?
It is an org, but it's currently a bit unused or not frequented. The most things are happening at our Discord server,
Hmm.
and
Everybody's in Discord.
yeah. And basically, it's our Xeno-Linguistic Institute, and I recently got promoted, or I got the the post of being head of the institute and taking care of the Discord
Awesome.
server.
Nice.
Congratulations, man. Well
Thanks.
deserved.
Eventually,
And,
you're just gonna get hired by SIG to actually continue that whole thing. 'Cause I'm not even sure they know where they're going with it.
I don't know.
So that kind of leads to an interesting question. I don't know if that's part of our latter interview, but so what was your experience in working with CIG at CitizenCon as being essentially a community consultant on this language and your conversations with some of the devs? Did you kind of get some interesting feelings from them about their feelings about the Xi'an and the Banu, the races and the future planets and stuff like that?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I was mostly working with Britton Watkins because at the CitizenCon directly, everybody was so busy and doing their stuff, so I didn't have any time to
Didn't have too much
speak
chance.
longer to
Yeah.
people.
It was a
It's
bit busy.
mostly getting instructed to be at the right place at the right time and where to go there to the backstage area to be prepared for the show and everything.
Huh.
So basically, I missed the opening speech of Chris Roberts because I was upstairs in the dressing room where we were prepared for our first panel. And but we heard
didn't
and
miss much.
felt the windows not shuttering, but what was the word?
Vibrating.
It was very loud. We felt it.
It was very loud. Works just fine.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, that's definitely the trade-off of being involved as a volunteer. I mean, I and Stim and Shadow have all been volunteers at CitizenCons, and it's a big trade-off. I was talking with somebody about that the other day. It's like, I met Astrojack for lunch yesterday down here, and we were talking about CitizenCon coming this year. It's like, do you want to be a volunteer? Do you want to be a participant? Because if you volunteer, you miss almost everything.
Yep.
You don't get to see the panels. You don't get to see a lot of this stuff. You don't get the time to socialize with the community that you want to because everybody's there and you're busy working. But at the same time, it's such an incredible, rewarding experience to be part of making it and putting it on.
Very much so.
It's very
Yeah,
different.
that's true.
Yeah.
I would
It's
miss it
totally
for
and utterly unique. Yeah, I was fortunate enough to be able to sort of help out in the back of house area, and so I was able to catch quite a few of the presentations as a volunteer. But still, the bonding that you make with such an amazing group that has come together, it's even a greater distilled group of individuals that are willing to contribute their time and energy towards the project, so just really special group. So I highly encourage people to volunteer.
We have no idea how we got on this topic, but we'll bring it back.
Okay,
Because we
yeah,
have
let's reel it
behind
back.
the curtains, guys. All right, moving along with the show here.
We love you.
Okay,
guys.
so we have Cutlass Blue.
Yes,
Cutlass
we love
Blue.
Das Blue.
I think a lot of people were excited to
Das
see
Blue is
that.
very pretty. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's
The-
the best looking Cutlass so far. I like this one.
The blue one's pretty.
I like this one.
I like the blue
Yeah.
one.
The last one looks like a Cutlass Black.
Yeah, I know. I don't know where they.
Yeah,
figured
it's
out
like
that's a
it's
black,
it's
unless
white
that's
and
supposed to be
black.
a
What's up with that?
comparison.
Does the
Where's the blue?
red have
Where's
the rounded window?
blue?
That's
There we go. I'll pause it. I think the blue is the best looking.
I think the round window is a special feature of the Cutlass
Yeah.
Blue.
It doesn't have struts.
No. Well, it
Is there
does.
no
You
struts?
just can't see them.
Well, it does. Yeah, it's just, they're pretty struts.
yeah.
Something
And then
Drake
they started
doesn't
to
do
work
very
on the
well.
jail cells.
Yeah, there's no pretty struts on the jail cell. Sorry.
See, there's struts on the window.
Yeah, they're
Canopy.
there. They're definitely there.
I'd
It
be
is black
surprised if they made a Drake
the
ship
black.
with no struts, like blocking.
What,
your
like a
view.
rounded
Yeah.
window, bubbly thing? You probably could.
Gotta have some struts.
It kind of looks like what they've done. That's kind of neat. It would be
Yeah.
nice if there's no struts. I mean, I'd be super pro.
Well, doesn't
that
the
whole
red
idea.
have less
That'd be-
struts than the black? I think it has. It's missing like one
I
or
don't know.
two somewhere. Because I
No.
remember looking at a video and I was thinking I thought it had. I don't have either of them, so I don't know.
No, the black and the red are the same in the cockpit.
Gotcha.
So STL Youngblood just did a video on the the best ships for touring that are in the game right now, and you should really go watch it. But one of the highest voted ships that he said or recommended was the Cutlass Black, simply because even though it doesn't necessarily have the best viewport, it lifts you up really nicely once you get into that seat, right up in front and center of the cockpit. So
Right.
even though you really only have 2 people to be able to have a good view like that, it still has one of the best views in the game right now for touring, and it has a pretty decent range compared to a lot of the
Yeah,
in-game
it
ships.
pushes you forward, so you actually have a good span. I agree.
Yeah.
Oh no, best Cutlass Blue pole running. B, it's gotta be B. Oh, by the way, I found out a way to actually post.
Can
the
you bring
polls
that
up.
back up for the vote? The image.
It is. Here. Oh, here.
And we have a poll running up the top of chat if you want to get another poll.
There you go. Vote A, B, or C.
If you can
Best
remember
Cutlass
what they
Blue.
look like.
There you go. Well,
Who voted for C? What kind of scumbag votes for C?
3 people.
If you don't want to get it wrong, you have to choose by default.
I'm pretty sure the blue.
One of them was Spectre.
I want to change
I
mine.
guarantee it.
I want A. Oh well.
A. No,
I voted
you
B.
mean like EH or like A?
I got caught up in the group think.
23.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure B is gonna win this one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, me too.
It'd
think
be a
so,
late
'cause
come from behind win for A.
If it's called a Cutlass
Not gonna happen. It's
Blue,
not gonna
it
happen.
should
Oh, we
be
got a-
blue.
2 more votes for C somehow.
I think they're just trying
Yeah,
to
but-
irritate us.
Yeah.
I think
It's not
probably
working.
they're
We
just
really
being
don't
contrary
care.
because they know B is going to win. B
So
won.
talking about lights for a second, you got the red lights that are on the Cutlass Red, and this is supposed to be, a police/bounty vehicle. So the assumption is that there's going to be flashing lights up as well.
All I have to say
remember
is it better go whoop whoop. Like you should be able to chirp the sirens, man. I know
there's
you
no
can't hear it
whoop whoop in space.
Like you can hear it. No, it should come over your audio, your comms.
But what about the Avenger Titan? The police version we saw in that one trailer where the guy does an EMP burst over ArcCorp, and then he gets chased down in an Avenger. All these Avenger police UEE ships that have really nice kind of like LED type lights that are on they're in the margins of the ship. They're kind of on the wingtips. I mean, if we can have that, why do we then have like these cherry kind of spinning things that we have on the Cutlass Red, right?
Because
And
it's what people wanted.
Because
Yeah.
people
And
want
I
to
think
whoop.
the Cutlass Red has way too much of these lights around it.
Oh yeah.
it's a lot going on for sure.
They look so cool.
There's
I
like
love all flashy
500
lights.
of them too.
To one or
it's
two big
great.
ones, not 400 little ones.
It's great in the
think it
dark
looks
side of
so
the
awesome.
moon.
Secretly, the lights
Like,
are
I-
actually what hold it together.
I-
They just ran out of duct
Yeah.
tape, so they started using lights and just
Yeah, because it has the
wiring
sticky
them
back
together.
that holds it together.
Starship
Yeah.
Nemo says it well. It's Drake. That's why they did it.
Yeah.
Can only afford small lights. Commander Pratchett, I love it. The Cutlass Red is a Christmas tree.
Hey, some dude just tipped $25. Thanks, some dude.
Thanks,
Oh.
some dude.
Thanks, some dude.
Yeah, nicely
Whoever
done.
you are.
That's $25, right? So that's a rename.
I-
Well, we
They,
already got
they may want to
Jordan
rename
again,
somebody.
which was golden.
Oh, Jesus.
You could thank Linear for
You've
that
been-
one. Anyway,
His-
Uh,
so we're gonna talk
What's-
about the
what's the
800
name?
group. It's 890 basketball champ.
Yeah, what I really want to see is the alien ships.
Yeah,
the Xi'an
yeah.
ships
Yeah.
mostly.
So what do you think?
Because,
So we got the Banu so far, the Defender. What do you think of that?
The defender.
yeah, how do you like that?
It's very cool. I really like this organic design. It looks like the ship is grown and then as a animal or something, and then refitted into a ship.
Yeah.
All the interior shapes and everything. It looks very organic.
Very
It's
organic.
become one of my favorite ships. Especially now that I put I upgraded all the components on it, and it's pretty fast. It has a big, pretty large quantum fuel tank, so you can get all over the verse pretty quickly in it. It's my new little favorite runabout.
Yeah, it has to be log range to be accompanied with the Banner Merchantman.
Yep.
Yeah.
Slap a Siren Quantum Dive in there.
Nobody cares about this next thing, though, right?
Yeah, that's
Pretty
Not,
sure nobody cares about this.
not that big a deal.
No.
Well,
It's that vegetable that keeps showing up. Carrot.
Gib, Gib, the gibbening.
I'm pretty sure there's
Gib.
there's maybe like one
Yeah,
person in this
they
channel
finally
that wants one.
updated the engine sections.
What do you think of the update? I it's really beefed them up a little.
Yeah,
I love it.
I knew they had to get bigger, yeah.
Well, I don't think they made the engines that much bigger, but they slimmed down the surrounding cowling at the rear, and so it doesn't make them look like they're so tiny in this really big rear area.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's more
love
of the way they are accentuated rather than
Yeah.
size.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I think there's even a logical explanation why the engine is smaller than in the concept, because the Carrack is a long range ship, so it doesn't have to have this big acceleration, but more for the long run. So the engines don't have to be.
That's
Good
true.
reason. Good reason.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that.
Well, I mean, the engines have their metric they've established of different sizes, and it's only 125 meter ship per. It's not a capital ship.
Right.
So do we think it's going to be a slower ship because the engines are smaller?
No. No.
It'll be a slower ship because it's 125 meters long.
Yeah,
I
and there's
I
a
think it's
lot
going to be
going on
faster
there.
than the Hammerhead. I wouldn't be surprised if it's similar to like the 600.
Yeah, I would
Really?
think
I mean, the
Hammerhead
Hammerhead's
speed.
pretty quick, and it needs
Yeah,
to be.
It-
It's a
the
block
Hammerhead's not
thing.
the Hammerhead wasn't supposed to be quick. They actually said the Hammerhead was pretty relatively slow, so that might get rebalanced. But the 600 at 92 meters, pretty fast, but it is Origin. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see.
We'll find out.
Probably slower than the 600.
It'll come
So,
out.
yeah.
It'll be fast. It'll get nerfed. People will go freaking ape shit, and then they'll throw some new ship in front of them. They'll be happy.
It will all be balanced.
Balance.
So what ship is the community going to obsess about when the Carrot comes out?
I know. I was just chatting about that.
The new Gibbening.
Yeah, what
I
is the
think
new
it's going to be
Gibbening?
the Mercury. The
Yeah,
Mercury.
agreed.
No,
The Mercury
Mercury's
Star Runner.
not that far off. I think it's going to be the Endeavor.
Oh god. That's gonna be. Oh wait, well look at the chat's blowing up here. So Benny Merchantman,
they said
Mercury.
Or the Banu
That
Merchantman.
the Ares.
Benny
is gonna-
Merchantman.
Wait, the MSR.
be.
What's the
Court.
MSR? MSR.
Mercury Star Runner.
Oh, Mercury Star Runner. Okay.
Sorry.
Polaris.
Yeah, people started
oh
using
god,
MSR
yes.
for that.
Polaris. Gib.
Everybody wants
Polaris.
the DMM.
Polaris.
Gib.
Corsair.
Gib.
Like-
Polaris.
Benny Merchantman.
The Star Runner is supposed to come in 4.0, so or
4.1.
Yeah, we don't care about that.
Yeah.
Especially as a small
So-
ship.
All right. So
Sounds big a deal.
should we ask what people are most excited about in a
Let's
poll?
ask Chris.
Yeah,
What-
let's
Chris,
do a
what do you-
poll.
what do
Besides
you
the
want?
Carrack,
What do you want to be the next big ship? That's the Gib ship, the Gibbening.
Well, are you even excited about the Carrack? Do you own a Carrack?
Yes, sure.
Okay, good. Of course. All right. So everybody here owns a Carrack.
Question.
Like everybody in the
Yeah.
community owns a Carrack, essentially.
Ooh, power.
Yeah.
Vengeance. Totally agree, power.
Almost.
It's funny as I saw the concept images or the gray box images of the captain's room in the ship. It reminded me so much of the Enterprise, and because the ship is long range exploration, and it's basically what the Enterprise does. And
It
you
is.
have all the rooms, you have the bridge, you have the hollow table and everything.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's very cool.
It's that dream of going where no man has gone before. And
Yeah.
and I have to apologize because a lot of people in chat are saying that they don't Carracks. Quite a few people don't.
Well, I
own
got a
Carracks.
free one, so I don't care.
It's probably one of the most widely owned larger ships. I
Yeah, I'll be renting those out. So.
Reasonably say that. Yes.
Yeah, everyone TM.
So Chris, what is your next ship after?
What? Sorry, you
What
dropped out.
what is your next most anticipated ship after? What are you most gibboning for?
Give it.
I really want to have the Santokiai.
Yeah.
Alien medium
That
sized
makes
fighter.
sense. A
Yeah.
medium-sized Xi'an ship.
And shocking,
Are-
he actually
are
said
you-
it right.
Yeah, the Santiago.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
Right? We'd have never got that.
But what about the Xi'an cargo ship that has been?
Is a
that was
poll
hinted at?
running? For the
Yeah,
next
I'm
Gibboning?
excited about this too because in the Xi'an cargo ship you will see the first iteration of the real Xi'an
good
ship
call.
interior. Because the smaller ships
Yeah.
don't have an interior; they have
Mhm.
just a cockpit.
Right.
Right.
Well, do you remember the
Oh, Polaris.
old concept?
I mean, the tech videos.
Yes, those tech videos of the Xi'an interiors with
Yeah.
all the flashy lights and stuff like that. Those were so cool.
And the consoles
That's-
that are assembling when you're near it.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
console
Yeah.
self-assemble.
Yeah,
That
pretty
that
good.
tech was amazing. I bet a lot of people a lot of the community has not actually seen those because they let me see if I can find those and I can show those up here.
Spectre
were-
says, I own 2 Polarises.
I like.
That is Polari.
No, it's Polaris.
Okay,
Proper
there you go.
noun, you
It is
dumb,
Polari.
dumb bastards. It's Polaris.
Yes, Polaris. Period.
I knew I was going to trigger Doc on that one because we've triggered Doc before. do we have a triggered Doc emote?
Polaris.
Doc
You know what I love about
Doc
our
gets
vote?
Polaris
triggered
is
over
winning.
grammar.
You know what I love about
Grammar.
our vote is a Kraken didn't get a single vote. Fat Lou, eat your heart out.
Drake.
Let's go.
I'm surprised the Polaris won. The Polaris won.
Yeah.
Joran,
because it's
check out a link I posted.
Polaris.
It's
for
still-
win.
Kraken's getting some votes now.
Okay. we
Love
can
it.
show this.
Oh,
I love it.
Oh, you've got a handier than I do.
Yeah, I do.
Yep.
In the,
It's coming up.
I don't want them to work on the Kraken yet. Save it. There's a bunch of things in there. Like there's
But
you
why?
know like a conveyor belt or a monorail. It's like a little flying city in a way. There's so much to it.
Monorail.
It's such a big ship. It's a monorail, yeah. It should have a conveyor belt.
Monorail. Oh, sorry.
It should have a conveyor belt because we want to use it as like a mining base to bring the ore back to, and then transport that to a central location.
I used to know all the words Haskaha, but I think I've forgotten some.
So, what point in this video, Chris, do you want to talk about?
I think
far in?
in my playlist there should be the exact location, but
I linked to the 3 minutes 53 seconds.
3 minutes, 53 seconds. Got it.
Yeah, when I opened
Do you wanna-
it, it jumped to
okay.
it.
There we go. Yes. Yeah, that does look pretty sweet.
oh yeah.
That is amazing looking.
So do we
So
really
they
think all those lights are necessary?
this is built.
Hmm?
I love how everything it all animates. It's so cool. So cool.
Yeah, I do have to say it is pretty cool looking. This was really
Yeah,
neat.
this is the
So,
one.
so some large Xi'an ship has been built because this was like how many years ago was this? 3 years ago?
Mm.
Oh, I don't think it was that long ago, but it was definitely a while
Yeah.
ago.
I think it was 2016, actually.
Yeah, it was.
I think so.
And the-
That's 3 years.
4
In
years
the
ago.
Squadron
Well,
42 trailer, there's one scene where you see a walking animation of the hologram, and then it is stumbling and falling down, and then you see the dead guy on the floor, and this is inside a Xi'an cargo ship.
Mm.
No, this is
Ah.
2008 actually. So it's only 2 years ago.
I thought it was
18.
only 2 years ago. Because everyone
We've
thought this was
seen-
going to hit at CitizenCon.
I'm still
awesome.
thinking that 2 years ago it was 2016. So
Yeah.
Math is not our
Slight
strong
time
point.
warp there.
He's great at words,
Slight time
but
warp there.
math is not.
math is hard.
Math is hard. Hey, 5 out of 4
Math
people
is
are
hard.
bad at math. Did you know
Yeah.
that? 5 out of 4 people
Yep.
bad at math.
Yes.
We also have heard that there's a leaked Xi'an cargo ship that's in the pipeline somewhere. I've heard that a few times and seen some images.
Yeah, very, very, very old leaked
I've
shape.
seen
shape
some of
language.
it, but I don't know if this is
It looks like the
final
banana ship
iteration.
from Homeland.
Do we
Yeah,
have
no,
that?
that was so old. I
Homeland? That's
would
not right.
discount most of that.
Oh wait, it's right. We don't.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Hull C pictures we've seen.
Halsey.
No, the Hull C has been fully rendered. We've seen the full Hull C.
Why is
Like
my brain
fine.
calling Homeworld
I just
Homeland?
haven't seen it in so long. It's like one of my favorite.
He
go-
cries every time he thinks
do-
about it.
Do you want me to give you a?
The
Do you
Hull
want?
series,
Do you want to
the
get?
entire Hull series.
Do you want? Do
It's
you want
like-
a GIF of it, Stem, so you can just?
Yes. Just send it to me.
Yeah, give him a high quality gift. Just
I'll be back in 10 minutes.
Cargo. Oh, sorry.
Shitboard.
Moving right along.
All right. Why don't we move on to the weekly newsletter? So, one
There
of
was
the,
news.
Cosmic.
Yeah,
love.
yeah. So there is some news. So the we'll talk a little bit about the cosmic love part in a bit, but for right now, I just want to acknowledge that Morphologist has taken them in the referral program, which is pretty cool. We've kind of been watching him go throughout the ranks in the referral program. So really exciting for him to get through that. That's really cool. And then we have the sneak peek of the Bearing rifle.
This is awesome.
I love everything Bearing. Bearing is just like my favorite.
Yes, I totally agree. Totally agree. I mean, I love the
It's
drum
got-
magazine. Was that really
Yes, let's say,
necessary?
it's got a drum mag.
for
So this
people,
looks like the Bearing large machine gun.
I don't see an ejection port. Where's the ejection port?
on the right
Is that what
side.
that is above the drum?
On the other side?
It's on
Of
the
course,
other
it's on
side.
the other side.
of course, it's
Why
on
would it be on the other
side.
side?
It's always
Because-
on the right side.
Because everyone's right-handed in the verse.
The ejection port's always on the right side, Doc.
Not always
Look,
on the
you
right
can
side.
see the charging handle on the left.
That's
I
that's-
Charging
handle's on
that's
the
true.
left.
It's not always on.
Um,
Yeah.
For the weapon content, I have an of Xi'an 2. Some a year ago, they posted an image of the Xi'an rocket launcher or missile launcher.
Oh, I remember that. I
Do
vaguely
we
Yeah.
have
remember
that? I
that.
never saw that.
Do you have that handy there, Chris? I'm sure Chris does.
Yeah, Link a brother, man. We gotta see that.
Xi'an stuff is.
I don't
is
think
his,
it's an auto shotty. I think it's a
still.
rifle.
Yeah, it's
So-
definitely.
so
a
I-
rifle.
I-
There's no ways.
So Stem, I posted in the Discord main channel your Hull C for you, and also the gifts for the Xi'an tech. So everybody can enjoy some Hull C and some Xi'an.
You're a good man, Joran.
I'm not
in the
gonna show that
Discord.
because I don't want to lose Stim for about 10 minutes. So
I'll stay around. I'll stay around.
he'll just be like,
That
I'll just save that for later.
That
I
is-
am
Save
a
that for
you-
later.
Chris, do you have a picture of that?
Yeah, I just
Oh,
posted
very
a
nice.
link.
Very nice.
Yeah, that was so hard to tell what that was.
This.
I remember that. That was from a newsletter, I think, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't know.
yeah.
That's a rocket
Yeah.
launcher.
that was a
That's
sneak
a-
peek at the end of an email.
Yeah, it was a newsletter.
So we think that's a rocket launcher.
Oh, that second image is so.
Yeah, it's like a.
That might be an actual rocket that goes into
Yeah.
the second image there.
And the funny part is the Xi'an writing on this. Can you show the first picture?
Yeah, it's got some writing all over it.
Mm-hmm. On the front there, and then the side.
Say with love.
Yeah.
To
Oh,
say,
wow.
have a nice day and
on
Xi'an.
on the front, on the middle section, the rounded one.
Uh-huh.
There's a writing. It's Afleko. It's goodbye in Xi'an.
Is that the end of the? Is that the painful
pretty
end?
cool.
Is that the painful
This-
end
this
we're
end
looking at? Because
Yeah.
that would make sense. Goodbye.
And on the left side on the image, in the foreground,
Mm-hmm.
there this is Nea. This is left,
Yeah, other
Xi'an?
left.
The other left. Well, there is.
and on
I
the
can
other
see-
side, you can see a little part of a letter. I think
Where at? No,
maybe not in this image. On the yeah, you see some of it. It's an H.
Okay.
And this is it's
Thank-
Hoa. This is the
thanks for the
Xi'an
$25,
word
Mr.
for
Star.
right.
Mystic just tipped $25.
Thanks,
Oh,
Mystic.
wonderful, Mystic.
So
She's
you
gonna-
just have right and left written on the projectile, and because this is the projectile of the missile launcher.
So that means that the back there that says goodbye, that's the back of it?
So, this is the
I thought that was the
projectile that we're
front.
looking at?
The-
Is that what you
Yeah.
mean?
Yes,
that's the
this is the
projectile.
projectile, and if you look in the second image, you see it in the right part of the between these triangular shapes.
Yeah.
You see the projectile.
Oh, okay.
And-
Yeah, there it is.
And the funny part is when you look at this image and you see the handle, and you know which direction of the rocket launcher or missile launcher is right and left side because of the handle. And when you look at the projectile, left and right are
Reversed.
reversed.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah.
Very cool.
So it's designed for the person that's getting shot at to be able to read it. Is that right?
No, I
Something
think
like that.
the artist couldn't reach here.
Oh, okay.
See,
Well-
that's why we need more Xi'an weapon tech. Something that says,
Right.
I love you as it goes away. Goodbye to the person it's meeting.
Well, I love the whole idea of writing in chalk on bombs and stuff like
Hell
that.
yeah.
That message. So
From Russia
It would
with
be-
love. I
yeah.
mean,
so that's really cool. Yeah. All right. So
I was already renamed.
Who was? No, you weren't.
so
Yes,
so
I
we're
was.
seeing in the
Still
cinema mode, we're still seeing Jordan's name as Jordan and
Yeah, I know. They got
Fox's name.
seriously fucked up when I did something. My bad.
Oh, the names didn't carry over to the other cinema.
No,
mode.
I didn't. I'll have to fix that for next show. Sorry, people.
Stream fail.
But I will make sure that's fixed for the next show. That was an argument with Stim that I had earlier, and it was my fault. So,
Yeah.
moving right along.
Finger pointing. You're pointing 3 back at yourself.
Yeah, oh yeah, just like a Xi'an missile that's coming back at you.
Well, wasn't that in a movie like Boomerang rocket launcher or something?
Yeah, right. You like my shirt? You know that so Chester's calling it out. This is the Bob's. This is from the oatmeal. This is pretty much the story of my life. But anyway, so good. This is a good time to say it because you just mentioned it.
Awesome. Okay, CitizenCon announcement came out on Friday as well.
Nobody's
Ooh.
excited about
Big-
this at all.
Big news. Big news.
Nobody's
Yes.
excited about
Super
this.
exciting.
The
So October
earliest
10th.
they've ever said.
Yeah,
did
it's
you
great for
save
them to
the
give us
date?
notices. Awesome. So,
know.
do we have any concern about because everyone's booking accommodation? Well, a lot of people are booking accommodation already. They're booking flights, but people don't have tickets yet. So, I'm wondering, is there any chance of scarcity when it comes to tickets?
Oh, every year it happens.
Yeah.
I mean,
Tickets are gonna
everyone
sell
always
fast.
books ahead of time.
You know, the past 2 years, the first two batches of tickets sold out pretty fast. The first one sold out like that.
Yeah,
The second one sold out.
That's an understatement.
That's half,
Like the
that's
last
half the
batch.
reason why I volunteer
then-
now, so I don't have to worry about getting the tickets.
But the third round took a little bit longer, and then they had a fourth round, and the fourth round was up for like a couple of like 2 or 3 or 4 days. So they gauged the amount of tickets pretty closely. I think for both of the past 2 years, I think we saw fairly similar buying.
So here's the key
Pattern.
part: is what Stellic just
We
said.
didn't think that they would sell out.
Stellic just said the most important part: the smallest room the smallest area that you can reserve at the LA Convention Center can consume 2,100 people. If you look at the schedule for the
Yep.
weekend, there's nothing else scheduled for the entire conference center right now. So
Well, that could change though.
I know it could change. I'm just saying. That's, typically you're 6 months out when you do something like that big. So I don't think it's gonna be a
Haskell,
problem.
usually they go on sale in the summer, like around August,
June, July.
June, July, August, sometimes
Unless it was last
midsummer.
year, and then it was like a week before.
Yeah.
But yeah, it felt
Oh
like
shit!
it.
I'm going to Manchester.
Yeah, but I would expect that they might sell them earlier this year because they're trying to get everything out earlier.
Yeah. I think they learned a lot from
Yeah.
the planning last year. So
Yeah.
Let's
Well,
hope.
last year was the second. It was the second year, so they got better. Austin was the first year that they had done anything of the scale, and it was a major learning experience
right,
for
and then
them.
they had LEP
This,
last year, which helped at Manchester. But now they've got
yeah.
Leah, who is the one who was did a fantastic job in Manchester and
Oh,
all
yeah.
of her minions.
Yeah.
So
Very
yeah, I
good.
mean, I think this year is going to be
Yeah.
really something.
Well,
special.
the third time you do an event of a similar type, you really have a much better feel for how to get that organized. So I think that it probably will be a little bigger. It'll definitely go a lot smoother.
Yeah.
I thought that that both of the previous events went pretty smoothly, relatively, for when you compare them to the past CIG events prior to these last two Citizen Cons. Everybody always complains about how they are and this and that and the other. It's like I think both of them went phenomenally well.
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
And being a part of the back end, Austin was a bit crazy because I think it was a lot of learning. But man,
It was a little
Manchester, for
chaotic the
what
first
they
time.
accomplished was very smooth. I mean, we were stupid busy, but it was
Yeah.
really well done. Having LEP
Well
involved and the way that they, gave out all the correct. I mean, everything just came together really nice. So I'm really really excited for LA.
LAP
I'm
were the audiovisual people, or were they?
They were the London Event Production Group, which took care of the whole stage. They did what else did they do? Stim? They did that whole wall of when you first
okay,
walked
so
in the
Have
airlock.
you
So
seen that
they
trailer?
set up a lot of the stuff.
Yeah, they did a lot of the heavy lifting, but the fact that they knew something smart enough that when you're in Manchester to bring in a group that's in Manchester, right in London,
Yeah.
they knew to do that, and they did it right, and they coordinated it well. And there was things that came up.
Yeah.
I mean, things just were dealt with very well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it was.
And that the thing is that costs a lot more money to hire that done, but
But boy,
it
did it
really
not
helps
show.
it go out.
Look at that stage alone.
Yeah.
That stage was set
Yeah,
up in like 4 hours. It
Yeah,
was
it
nuts.
really super helps, and yeah, and as far as trying to get these things together, because I for 2 years I worked for a company planning trade shows. I plan major trade shows all over the country, and it's a lot, and that was a tiny fraction of what these things are. I mean, it was just mind blowing.
And that's
how
what
many-
gets me really excited about LA. It's in their backyard. They've done it once there already before. They've got 2 shows that have been really, really successful. And think about what we hopefully will have accomplished by that show. I mean,
Squadron 42.
Squadron 42, obviously, yeah. So, yeah, server-side OVS, maybe some server meshing. I mean, there's so much stuff that they released at this event for
Persistence.
the next one that it's just like, holy shit, what are they going to do next? It's
we're,
like
we're gonna have we're gonna have the complete Stanton system. We're gonna have Pyro. We're gonna have Orison, New
Well,
Babbage.
Having Pyro by CitizenCon it's not anything. It's anywhere close to confirmed. It's
Yeah.
it's
I think
obviously a
it's-
suspected thing.
It's
might be a
probably
December
gonna
thing,
happen. Well, we're getting Orison and
which is
Crusader
fast.
in
Yeah.
midsummer, right? Because
is
we're getting
vast.
New Babbage in March. We're getting Crusader and Orison in midsummer. So the following patch could potentially be Pyro, which is October,
Mhm.
September,
We'll see.
July, August, September. Yeah, end of September, beginning of October, just like in Austin. I think there's a high probability because there's very little in Pyro. It's
Right.
5 or 6 planets that have.
And we have all the
2
tech that
landing-
actually
2
generates
landing
this
zones.
stuff now, or most of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It comes down to generating the art that's going to be used for the planets and the moons to generate them. I think there's a very high possibility.
We like
Uh,
surprises.
Chris,
Citizen Con's always about it.
You went to say something a moment ago, and we kind of speed walked for you there, just because we're so excited about the whole CitizenCon
Sorry.
thing coming. You'd mentioned something about a trailer, and had we seen it?
Yeah, in the a few days ago on Twitter, I saw a link where the production company posted a little behind the scenes video of their making this CitizenCon last year.
Oh,
Where
the
they,
LEP production video. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Who? Somebody posted that in our. Yes, I am
I
alive. Bank
saw that a
Chat.
while back.
No, it wasn't that long ago. Because you know what it was?
2 days
it
or
was in
something.
it was in the 890 Jump Club, and I think somebody said, "Hey, I saw Shadowkin," and I laughed because I was like, "Hey, I was in that." It was when we were
Yeah, me
doing.
too.
It's linked in the lounge. So Solar Mute just linked it in the lounge.
Oh, thank you, sir.
You're awesome, buddy.
He is the best. Him and his awesome cosplay.
So Solar Mute of our community won the the cosplay contest at CitizenCon.
Somewhere.
A great.
Okay, you guys gotta watch that. All right, animation isn't muted because I know it's very, very loud.
Hey, Firemaster. He said hi in chat, and we've just ignored him. Hey, buddy, good to see you.
Yeah, so this
You're
was
not
this was
invisible
the production.
whatsoever.
This was exactly what I was talking about. This video was great, and here's them building the. I mean, I shit you not, I could not believe how fast that thing went up. And it is not small. If you guys didn't go, if you don't realize how big that was, how big do you think it was? I mean, maybe what?
That's
200
pretty big.
feet wide. I mean, it was
Oh, the
massive.
screen,
Yeah.
Yeah, the screen was fantastic.
And it's all fiber connect. It's fiber X connected, which if you know what that actually is, that's super impressive fucking technology. I mean, I was like, holy hell, that thing's gonna cost a fortune.
It looked great.
Yeah, so here's them assembling it. But yeah, I mean this is the LEP London Event Productions, I think is what it is. This is all the work that they did. And man, I tell you, they really did a great job.
It's amazing. Yeah.
It was the right choice using them.
At the end, they had to just cut down all that,
look at that.
all of that divider stuff and throw it away.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so
Yeah,
amazing when you got up close to it. The art was incredible. It was absolutely incredible, and you understand that they have to throw it away. Oh my gosh! Like
nobody can take it or restore it.
I saw the big piles of sticker walls.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, that was like with the giant banner that was outside. Remember that gigantic banner, and everybody's like, "What are we gonna do with it?" It's like nobody can store it anywhere. It's like
hey, now that we're gonna be in LA, you bet your ass I'm gonna be carting stuff back.
Huge to get it home, cost wise, but just amazing. I mean, if you had
Daily.
Yeah.
Stelic said that they hid 40 or so tortoises around the venue for.
And a couple of them were not found because we found them when we were doing cleanup. We found 2 or 3, so they hit them too good.
Yep.
There was Astro.
Super well produced.
There was Astro.
Too well.
Hey, there's God,
there's Astro. Yeah.
Astro
baghead guy.
No, what's his name from the Canary Islands? He was up there for a second.
Reaps.
Reaps was in there.
Reaps.
There's a lot of people in here. I mean, we're totally missing a lot, but. And then you actually see Stim and I playing Gears of War, or not Gears of War.
Theaters of War.
Theaters of War.
Theaters
There's
of War.
stuff there, Mr. Chris
Which was
Harrow's in it.
so much fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably the moment where I was actually getting shot in the face, which was pretty funny. No, this video was great. Oh, here we are.
That is really.
That hologram.
There was
so cool.
Stim.
Yeah.
And then
Really well
there was
produced
Noodle.
video
There
there.
was me, which was this so that was the night before, and we actually got the chance to play it, so it was pretty fun.
Yeah.
And there was Astro.
That was you.
Yeah.
There's Solar Mute right there.
Yeah.
So I'm watching this like 3 seconds ahead of these guys. We haven't got that technology figured out yet, so blame me.
Stim can do it.
At least it's only 3 seconds.
No, I know. We can't do
I
it
think
yet.
in the end, there was.
there's
I was
the ice
in my
There
interview.
you are.
was,
Yep. No, this was a great
And,
video. I mean,
in the cosplay contest, one of the guys, the second backhead with the LED lighting in his helmet, and the pink shirt. He's a friend of mine of the Xi'an, the Sino-Linguistic Institute. His name is Jail. Hey, Jail.
very cool. Yeah, I mean that was a great video. I
Yeah,
don't know who made that.
Astro
but-
got robbed. Astro did such a great job on. He put a
yeah,
lot
but
of
he
work
was
in
up
his
against
costume.
Solar, who had like the most amazing. I saw
Well, yeah,
Solar's
well,
up
no, I mean,
close
no,
and both, yeah.
but the guy who got second place should not have gotten second place of Astro.
there
I
you
mean,
go, okay.
Astro's
Fair enough.
outfit was much better.
Fair enough.
You know,
Put so
I
much
think
work
one of the
into it.
things that they need to for next year is what criteria, what they're picking costumes, because the cosplayers go to a lot of effort to put those things together. And I'm not saying that the second place winner that had the bag didn't put a lot of effort into it, but I don't think it was. I'm assuming it wasn't nearly the same
whole
amount of
different level.
effort
No.
that Astro put into his. And
Creating those
but it was
things
innovative,
from
yeah.
scratch from the foam or digitally printing, and how these guys do it. I mean, they put in so much work, and
Yeah, I agree.
yeah. Someone says Astra and he have been talking with Molly about having different categories this year instead of first, second, and third, which Astra told me yesterday. So Astra was in town this week, and I got to have lunch with him
Nice.
yesterday. So that was
Yeah,
awesome.
nice.
We had
Nice,
Taco
nice.
Citizen, and he was talking about his
Taco
costume and
Citizen.
plans for this year. And yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
Good to see him again.
Very
Taco
cool.
Citizen.
Yeah, he's a very cool guy. Very cool guy. Okay, let's move on to the show, because we do have a young watcher that we want to try and get to the interview with Chris Harrow to talk about languages as soon as we can. So we'll push through. So this isn't an announcement. That's where we were. Had a good chat about that. The roadmap roundup. Why don't we just quickly open up the roadmap update and have a quick look at it?
All right. Well, this is the update email, and then here's the actual roadmap.
Yeah. So the roundup essentially just said that they're putting
Just the
4.1. Only the Mercury Star Runner for 4.1 is what
Which
we're going to
is-
see so far.
Big
Yeah.
deal.
So
Big deal.
So this week we'll get the full 4.1
yeah, what they said. Well,
schedule.
they didn't say this week. They said they needed a little bit more time, which I got to say, the fact that they communicated that as opposed to just saying, no progress,
Not very much.
was
Yeah.
it was at least kind of nodding, saying, look, we recognize we said we're going to do it. Please give us a little bit more time. It was, the communication was much better.
Are there not any ships in 4.0?
There are not currently shown any ships in 4.0, but they could
Currently.
always a flyable concept ship.
You know how
Wonder
that
where the
works.
Prowler went.
Isn't the
Supposed to be done
Prowler
in
in
March.
382?
Thought
It's supposed to be
it
done
was-
in March. It
Well,
was
it's supposed to be
Colorless
done.
Red in January.
Oh, it's down here. It's
Derek
down here.
in February.
down here.
I can't see behind Shadowkin.
It's
Oh,
there.
okay. That's why I can't see.
Yep.
Yeah.
There it is.
So
Yeah.
yeah, and it's hard to see through the chat as well.
Yeah,
No, it's
well.
not. 'Cause
Ooh, Origin M50. So who's excited about the Origin 50 rework?
I am. I'm excited to see what they do
And-
with it.
And who's triggered that they might change it?
I
I don't know.
I don't know.
Who is?
People are
So many people love it.
So many people
it
are
doesn't
so
have the
passionate.
regular style line that Origin is
none of
known
the-
for.
Yeah, none of the ships really did. They were all so very different. Because they're made by different teams. No real style guide. The 85X is different.
I'm
Yeah,
a Stellic. Yeah, I'm totally for the current M50. I love it.
I do love it too.
It's
I really
like-
like
it's like
that.
a 900-year-old
inverted
Shelby
wing,
Cobra.
the swept back wing. Yeah.
It's
This-
giant
Yeah,
engines.
it's so many. It's
and tiny
it's so
wings.
many people's favorite ship. I feel terrible because I Origin is my favorite manufacturer, and it's one of the only ones that I ended up turning into something else. I'm not super passionate about the M50. And the 85X is plenty zippy enough for me.
Well, the question is, do you need to own every Origin?
Well, yeah, you
Well,
do.
yeah, he does.
Like most,
He
most.
does.
and I what do I not? I don't own the 300, and I don't own the 100i, and I don't own the 125. I own the rest of them.
Yeah. The only one I don't have, actually, the series I don't have. I might have a one. The
I
cargo
got the
variant, but I don't
135
think
for
so.
the cargo, but I don't know if I need to keep that or not. Because
I
I got
got
the
those as
Pisces.
upgrade tokens. I wasn't a fan of the 135 at all.
All
This
right.
is the one thing
Complete pack
I'm
for the
looking
win.
forward to, though, is weather locomotion. Right? What does that mean?
Yeah.
Oh.
Which
Means
Yeah, what does that
Weather-
mean?
clouds will be
Locomotion?
blown around.
probably moving clouds. Yeah, because right now the snowstorms kind of localized.
Yeah.
But they do
And
move.
well,
No,
some
they-
some storms do.
The way that the weather works right now is it's kind of like it's a
Weather
shader that
moving
they set.
ships. That would be awesome.
Yeah. And this is going to
Uh,
be different because the weather's going to move procedurally.
So what it
No.
says
Yeah.
in the roadmap roundup is the player and other characters will show improvements in locomotion when in inclement weather.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's more kind of related to the actor's status.
Actor
Oh,
status.
how we move
Yeah.
Yeah.
in heavy. Oh, that's interesting.
So we get like blown around in snowstorms. Is that what you mean?
You have to lean
Yeah.
into the wind or something.
Yeah, and we saw that
Ah.
at Citizen
We-
Con,
we-
how the
we
guy had
saw
his hand up
That
and
was
his
cool.
fingers
I love
blades.
that. I
reveal.
super love that.
Yeah.
You know what's great about 4.0? Body dragging.
What is?
Body dragging.
Body
Yeah,
dragging.
we've been waiting for that for a long time.
I have.
So we can actually hide
Yeah,
them now?
Well, it's part of the medical gameplay loop, right?
Yeah.
So
That
you need
or-
to be able
that
to,
or-
as a medic, stabilize and get them
Yep.
out of the.
Knock somebody out and put them in a closet and lock it.
Exactly.
Yeah, wind does actually affect your ships, Shadow. Somebody tested it the other day that they were hovering and they went into couple and their ship started moving with the wind when they decoupled.
Really?
Yep.
Nice.
So, oh, that's true. Because yeah, and without it, it would autocorrect. Okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it would just float there.
Chris, what's your favorite thing, or what's something you're to? That's
Anything on the list you're excited about?
On the list,
Really, all of that, man.
my interest is
sorry
We
to
caught
put
him
you
off
on the
guard.
spot there.
We caught him off
Yeah,
guard.
Took him by surprise
there's
there.
not a lot of alien
I-
technology.
what I really want to see is a Xi'an landing location where you have every writing, every sign, everything is written in
Oh,
Xi'an.
that would be cool.
And I really want to help getting this into reality.
I agree.
Okay, so here's
Wow,
a bit
that'd be
of
cool.
of star map trivia then, which you probably have looked at multiple times. I'm willing to bet. What's the nearest Xi'an system to Stanton?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm not so into I have so much to do with learning
star map and
language
plan out.
and creating the tools. So I did not catch up the lore at the current time.
You're lost in the lore. So I know what you're gonna do as soon as we're done is you're gonna go to the star map and for the Xi'an systems and it's like how many jumps away, how long until we get a Xi'an system?
Yeah.
The concept art for
That,
the
yeah,
Xi'an,
I mean, well, okay. So
cities
would we have
is
to go
amazing.
linearly to get there, or maybe they just like make it where it's? Hey, Dad Lando, thanks for showing up, buddy, and thanks for the tip.
Hey,
Ah,
Dad
thanks,
Lando,
Dad
good to see
Lando.
you.
Good to
Always
see you, man.
have you.
Yeah.
Thanks for
How do you
that.
say Dad Lando and Xi'an?
I'm sure Lando has a translation.
I don't think it probably does either.
Okay, so let's move on just for
Yeah.
time. If you,
What's
So,
the plural of
uh,
Lando? Landi? You idiots. Oh, sorry.
Doc's on a tear tonight.
He is.
so Valentine's card winners for that contest that CIG ran.
Yeah. I'm gonna steal your heart. Hey, Knight Rider, thanks for the resub, buddy.
Knight Rider. Oh, that's not his
Hey.
card? Okay.
Thanks to the Twitch Prime sub, buddy.
He
So
resubbed.
there's 250
Yeah.
of these, so I'm not sure. We'll just kind of flip through
So
some.
is-
of them.
Is this the first one? This is the
Well,
the
just-
fir-
Are these the winners? Do you want to just maybe
Okay. Yeah, we could.
what the
do-
winners
yeah. Let's
were
just see
on
the
that
winners
on that
because
link? There's on that page. There's a link to the Spectrum post, which actually tells us who the winners are.
Yeah. And one of our members here actually won second place. 01X.
Oh, really?
One of our very 01X. Actually, one of our Jump Club Yacht
Alright,
Clubbers.
so we'll go third place to first there.
His card is pretty darn cool.
So this Spectrum decides the lowest.
The first time he has won anything ever,
The first time he's
And-
won anything ever.
and he won a cyclone.
So here's your
um,
winners right
and-
here. This is Shakes was third, Marcus Steele was, and then Frapram. So here's third place.
So where?
Hey, thanks
So-
for the follow. Or is that bearded CIG?
Huh? Bearded.
Bearded CG.
What?
Bearded Chegg followed, but I know that there's a dev in Austin. He goes by Bearded CIG.
It was not.
Oh,
CIG.
neat.
It's not
It's a clever name,
All
though.
right.
It's a very
Well,
clever
we
name.
love you anyway, and thanks
We
for.
love you anyway. He's
I
verified.
like
He's
this
verified
artwork
now.
that's put together.
Yeah, these are cute.
I
These are
have
really
a
cute.
crush
Cute.
on you.
Very creative.
Very good. That's
The Rock
that's
fights back.
pretty
Love the
awesome.
multi-tool. It's great.
You rock my heart.
Yeah, really good
And
animation.
second place.
That Prospector has so much character.
Yeah, it
A little
does.
better view of this one. Red lines of blue. Please be my wingman.
No, that's-
Big Squadron 42.
That's not his. That's not Owen X's.
Guy won't stress
So
again.
what number is that then?
Well, that's what the link's taking me to, so I can't help.
This is a super professional show.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm only clicking on the
Oh, this must
freaking
be-
links, so I can't help you
Must
here,
be
Bob.
I wonder where's the other link.
It should be right here.
Oh,
right?
he says they have two. They had two contests.
See?
That's right. There were
Yes.
two different contests going on.
Ooh, I was right then, sort of.
Owen X, can you link the other contest in or at least your winning entry in the Yacht Club Discord?
So wait, before you say, yeah, okay, so this, yeah, we
So
really have no idea.
if we're talking about the there was one where it was that really big card. You remember that?
That was a
There it
Christmas
is. It's
card.
in the
What
it's
was-
in the
what
Yacht
was
Club
that
main.
contest?
That was a
Val-
Christmas card.
Oh, it
contest.
was the Valentine's
was-
Day screenshot contest.
Ah, okay, that's a little bit different.
Oh, wait,
Yeah,
so
okay.
general? Oh, man,
Yeah,
okay.
still
Okay.
congratulations. That's fantastic. Screenshots
Here
are
we go,
so
here we
much
go.
easier
No, these actually, I like
than-
these
well,
actually better.
than
you
These
go.
are really
so
cool.
the competition is so much greater. That's what I'm trying.
So let's go third place here.
I shouldn't say screenshots are easy to put together. A good screenshot is
No,
Yeet.
yeah, well, especially the
any
amount of
screenshot is.
put in.
That's actually pretty good. I like that.
Yeah.
He put in so much work.
Look how many glow sticks are on the ground there.
Oh, that's
Oh, that's
that's
so
pretty
good.
cool.
That is definitely some work there.
How many can you carry, and how many people?
Yeah, you can carry like
Three. Well,
an
you,
infinite number.
yeah, you can
Well,
carry a
in
lot,
your
but you can only
inventory,
equip-
but you have to you have to re-equip them, and then you have to
Oh,
pull them
yeah.
up, and then you have to look at them and activate them, and then you have to drop them, and it's a huge amount of work to
Yeah.
do that for
And-
each one.
and fight.
And
the
how long do they
30Ks.
last?
And they only last like 10 minutes, so you've got to get them all out real fast
And fight
They
the
and
last
get them
30Ks.
all placed out there.
That was pretty.
Yeah,
awesome.
And
not
evenly
crash.
distributed.
Even
Yeah.
I've never
and
seen
fight
one.
the
Yeah.
30Ks. This was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I've never seen
that's
one go
why
off.
that's why his was actually really cool.
And
He
then-
he actually got a really good
Another
shape.
one.
Yeah, there it
This
is.
cool too.
That's
This is
his.
really cool. I love this one.
Oh, that's good
Yeah,
too.
well,
Are those
0x,
also?
well done, man?
This
Thanks for the
this is
follow,
Owen
Flag.
X's here.
Mm-hmm.
So
Very nice.
he worked pretty hard at getting those in place there, and then getting the screenshot.
Well done. Well done.
But- He
Yeah,
said
that
that, like
looks really good.
they were falling through the
hanger
floor
deck.
of the hangar
Yeah, they
sometimes,
always
and
fall
then
through the
they
hanger.
go out.
That
Yeah, you had
that
to get a
makes
friend
me
to
want to
help.
have more LEDs for RGB
We need-
in Star
RGB!
Citizen on our ships.
Yeah, we
Well,
need
you know
way
it's
more
gonna
RGB.
happen.
And different colors.
That's-
Yeah, different colors
That's
for sure.
that's a pretty one there too.
The fact they
They
started with
can't
pink
not
was
have
hilarious.
RGB.
That's still probably one of my favorite views in Star Citizen is Crusader and the Rings of Yela.
Yep.
I never get enough of that view.
Well, because
It's-
it
Yeah,
moves so
that's
quickly
true.
too. It's like you actually watch Crusader move
Yeah.
past really fast, and that's
Yeah,
what makes it like
because
really
with-
cool.
Yeah, with Yela rotating.
So what
lost you
ship
against
is
him.
that?
Hey,
What
Bond.
ship
It's a
is that?
freelancer. We lost your
Yep,
video
that's a
there.
freelancer.
Yes. Yep.
Oh, the yeah, okay.
Can
That's
we
a
rename Star
freelancer.
Citizen to RGB Citizen? Probably.
You said rename STEM Citizen to RGB Citizen.
Oh yeah, we need to do that.
Yeah,
It
I'll
needs
take that.
RGB because we're PC Master Race.
That's right.
Yes.
RGB for the win.
Or TW.
The point is, I really hate RGB on joysticks or any input devices because it's distracting from my screen. when
Nice.
A mouse cycles through colors.
I got my first left stick joystick, it was 16,000 from Trustmaster.
Yep,
Mhm.
Yeah.
one of the best.
As soon
that-
as you
that
grab
still
the
one of
stick,
the best.
move it a little bit, it flashes up and
It-
bright green
It
in the
is.
base.
It is very bright.
I,
And then
I disconnected it, screwed it off, and ripped out all the LEDs. Then it was dark. Yes.
the other thing is, I'll turn off my computer completely off overnight, and the stupid thing stays on.
If you bump,
And-
yeah,
and it-
if you,
and it
if you
lights- and
bump
it lights
then
the
it
whole-
lights up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even bumped. Like I'll have been using it, and then I'll set it aside, and then I'll turn off my computer to go to bed, and it's lighting up half the room
Yep.
in the dark.
It's
You
really
have to unplug
One
it to get
one
it to
of
turn
the,
on. It's evil.
One of the peripheral manufacturers was bragging about the brightest LEDs ever, and I'm like, why?
Why?
I like LEDs a lot. Like
Yeah,
I
me
like
too.
LEDs.
I think
Not
it's
everybody
cool, but
lives in the
like,
dark.
Like I like.
they don't need. No, I mean I prefer to be
like
in the dark. That's why I
LEDs.
don't want
Ooh, pretty.
110 fucking
I
LEDs.
like LEDs, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
not
like
super-
dark rooms
not
too.
super bright.
Watch the language tonight, gentlemen.
What? Whoa. Not me.
All right. So moving on a little bit. So we still have to talk about Star Citizen 5, which happened.
Yes, we
and-
do.
I don't think there's a lot of real detailed
Well,
stuff to go into with it, but it was a
there's-
great show.
Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of detail, as usual.
Yeah.
I mean, it was fun to see
It-
some of the
it was-
little nuances
It beat
that they changed.
it beat the hell out of bobbleheads.
Hey,
I don't know. I think I like bobbleheads better.
I liked the Yacht Club bobblehead.
Fuck you,
Thank you,
Doc.
Pon. Nice. Oh, there it is. Triggered.
Love. That's the type of love we share as hosts.
We love each other. She is so talented and so passionate. And John Crew teased today on Twitter that she just had a big win. Like, did she just come up with a new concept?
Yes,
Like,
yes,
he's
I saw
teasing,
this too.
Like,
I wanted to mention it earlier. Yeah.
yeah.
Did she trump John Cruise? Is that why? That'd be
And,
pretty cool.
and Sarah is she's such a good artist, and she is such a nice person in real life. I met her at CitizenCon.
Oh yeah.
She seems really nice.
We
Or
were
no,
I-
not
I-
CitizenCon, at the Bar Citizen at the Gamescom.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
Where
cool.
they presented the Star Runner.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
So, what I was most impressed in hearing how her thought process of designing the Star Runner, because I think the Star Runner is the best designed ship from a use of internal space. For such a small ship, it has so much interior space and so much is packed into it, and that's what she said, that she really looked at the best way of putting as much as she possibly could in there. No wasted space, and really thinking through how people would move into it and have more of a feeling of interest, as opposed to a long tube, like the Freelancer and the Connie, old ships that really didn't have a lot of thought into them.
Yeah.
This new kind of direction that I hope she's moving up to, like, lead spaceship design person under John Crew, to really, like, get their other artists. It's like, this is how we need to design spaceships.
Mm.
I agree.
She just seems to have a handle on how the, and of course, extremely good at adding into the ship.
Well, I
And
wonder
this
if
is
that's
like
what
the Millennium Falcon, if ever there were references drawn in, with the
Yeah.
chess table and the
Totally.
hiding location and the asymmetry.
The hiding
This
things
is fun.
are totally.
Yeah, agreed. No, I think the big wing is actually hopefully her. Was her getting promoted? That's kind of like what.
Yeah.
I've heard,
Well,
so,
either
yeah,
way,
totally-
I think
totally
we're all
well-deserved.
thrilled that she gets a big win. What does that mean for us? Does it mean that she has more oversight over bringing
Thanks for
ships
the
together?
sub.
Ooh,
Thanks for the
Any
sub,
win
old
for
big
her is a
fan.
win for us.
Thanks, buddy. Or
Oh,
Thanks, man.
peculiar.
oh,
we've had some really good exposure to some great ship artists, Josh Coons and now her. So it's cool to see them highlighted when they get a chance to explain what their thinking was behind things, and
Mhm.
their, what actually went into the design. So it's a massive process, and there's a lot of people involved, not just one ship designer. And
Sure.
it all gets put
Yeah.
through, and then between Chris Roberts and the rest of the cast, they work on what the designs are that work for the theme that they're trying to go for the ship, for the tone that that they want for that manufacturer, with design language, for that manufacturer as well. So it's kind of neat, and they're dealing with all kinds of stuff that other games don't have to deal with, because you have to have NPCs walking through the hallways. You have to have components that are being stored. You've got
Yeah, it's a true
so much.
physicalized, fully one-to-one realized spaceship, which no one has ever done ever anywhere,
Mhm.
and that creates so much complexity. But that's what also makes them so just addictive for us, because we get to
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
like, I want more spaceships.
So
Yeah,
Sean,
right.
Sean MCP just put into chat that Sarah had a big hit this week. This is the quote, per Paul Jones's Twitter. So Sarah had a big hit this week, but I can't tell you what it looks like. So to me,
Yeah.
that really makes it sound like it is a ship.
looks-
Yes, that's right.
Yeah,
That's
it-
right. Yes.
Maybe it's the
yeah.
Titan suits.
That'd be pretty
Hey,
exciting.
his divine shadow. Thanks for the tip. Thank you. Thank you. You get to
I
rename
think.
somebody if you want.
Nice tip. Um,
Wow,
It was
really nice.
it was also very very cool that she was brought in to pull the character together for the kind of the final phase, and
Oh,
like
nice.
she was responsible for some of that.
Yeah, I mean, it really came together, as far as we can tell.
I think
You know?
it looks phenomenal.
Okay, well let's move on just for
Moving
time.
right along. Yes.
So there were 2 Bar Citizens on Saturday, kindred in-person events that happened. There was St. Louis, as well as one in Vancouver, Washington. We don't have any pictures
Not
for
the
those,
Vancouver that you think it is.
but yeah, different Vancouver, not the one that I live in. But fantastic to hear people getting out there, meeting up. On Sunday, San Diego, California, I had a Bar Citizen, really great. And then that takes us through the week. Now, was there any flying done over the weekend from Jorin or Shadow, Jorin's Stream or the Shadow Lounge? Nothing over the
Flying?
weekend?
I created
Flying?
a few.
In-game events.
Oh,
In-game
well,
events,
Playing, streaming,
Jordan,
yes,
you had a
people
few.
getting together, having fun.
yes.
All right.
Well,
So
yeah, of course.
okay. So next time, give us the highlights so we can go through that. That'd be
Well,
awesome.
you went from Bar Citizen to to say talking about flying. It's like
Well, he's telling
to
in the
an event?
drunken part.
Well, no. So we see ourselves, and I think it's starting to become well known in the community that we are sort of that weekly Bar Citizen in the middle. So if we do flying on the weekends, it gives an opportunity for people to get together, to hang out, to talk, and just have a good time, just like we do throughout the week on this show. So
and in our Discord. Well, yeah, and I think
Yeah.
that's what's become so great about this community that's grown around us talking drunkenly. Is that we've brought a lot of people together, and in the Discord, and we've got like close to 700 people now, and it's super active, and everybody's really nice, super supportive, and people at all levels, from brand new backers and we've had people come in who they haven't even bought a game package yet, and it's like, hey, I saw your stream. I'm curious about Star Citizen. What? How can I get into Star Citizen? And people help them up, and all of a sudden, a few weeks later, they're concierge.
And they're entitled. They're concierge and they're entitled.
Did
Like, where's
did
the
happen?
goddamn
True
carrot
story.
cat?
Yeah.
Did
There
happen?
are side
True
effects
story.
to watching Jorin's stream.
Yeah, and hanging out with
Spending money
people.
on pixels.
But yeah,
Why
and
you just get
and-
drunk and forget where you live?
Just drinking and hanging out, having a good time. But yeah, so we all started flying together in the first. So we've done a few occasional yacht club party cruises, and everybody's been wanting to do stuff more often together in the verse. So I started streaming. Monday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, and we've just gotten some great groups together, and now Shadow's going to start streaming Friday, some Fridays and some Tuesdays, kind of depending on your
all Fridays and most Tuesdays.
all
Probably
Fridays and most Tuesdays. So we're going to be having events almost every single day
pretty
of the
much every
week,
night.
which is phenomenal. So whenever anybody together, make another day, just to bring the community together.
Yeah, we're
And,
coordinating all through the Yacht Club Discord, so get your butt in there.
Yep.
Bang Discord here.
Just
But yeah.
for the community. It's
Yep.
for everybody. It's like you don't need to own a yacht. You can own just a single Aurora and come in and end up flying an 890 because
You can
like,
have-
hey,
You can have an
Fly
engine off a Cutlass
Yeah.
and fly it with style, and that's your yacht.
The only person that gets moderated in the Yacht Club Discord is Spectre.
Spectre. Yes.
That's right. That's right.
So Monday a lot of times we don't really have any plans. I just call it shenanigans and shots and like, hey, what do we want to do? And we ended up with 10 890s. Got them all together up around the space station above Lorville and Microtech and landed. And it was just it was incredible just seeing 10 890s landed in this beautiful valley and flying around and people doing all kinds of stuff. I think we got a couple there.
So we have pictures for that. Yeah. Why don't we bring that up now? Shadowkin. So it's on Tuesday.
Yep.
It's around line 115 and 116.
Oh, I get it. It just have to hit play and then maximize it and do all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
Here's the space whales doing space whale rolls.
Yeah, this was Xiaozen flying, doing barrel rolls over the 890s.
Look
And
at
his.
them. They're just whales, man.
I like the screenshots of the stacked landing
Yeah.
on top of each
Yeah.
other.
How many high did you guys get? I saw a picture that was 3.
We had 3, and it's like, yeah, we thought about doing more, and then we.
Well, it
Yeah,
reminds me
board.
of the 600i.
Series ADD.
Remember the 600i event we had? That was a blast. We had like what?
Yeah.
Almost 20. It seemed. It was
We had
actually
almost
like
20. We had 28 jumps that one time we did the.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that. That was
Yeah,
crazy.
right after 890 came out, we had 20.
Mhm.
I'm gonna try to get as many as we can this Sunday. This kind of inspired me.
Oh, the
Hey,
regatta,
we've been
yeah.
talking about doing a regatta.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you guys can make it Sunday afternoon, 3 p.m. Eastern time, so we can get our EU folks in. I think we've got close to 20 people signed up already, trying to 40
Yeah.
jumps.
Trying to
It
get
was
40
interesting.
jumps?
Wow.
Trying to get 40. So we'll have 10 security folks, so 40 jumps.
Well,
So
if,
if-
if you
if-
get
if
40
not, we'll
jumps, you don't need 10 security points because
Well,
Why would you
no,
need security
no,
when you have
don't
the
need
whole
it Because
server?
everyone's going to run out of gas before they
Well, it
even
takes-
get anywhere.
it takes 50 in the server, and people drop out, and this and that, and it's just part of what we've been doing. Like,
So
got a nice little security group.
if you don't have an 890, Jordan, how can you participate in regatta?
That particular one is primarily for 890 jump owners, but a lot of people will end up dropping out after a while, and we're probably going to go for time and some people will drop out because EU's they're starting at 8 p.m. UTC, and they'll probably go for 2 or 3 hours, and then they'll start dropping out, and we'll fill in with whoever else.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. And we'd
Speak
love
up.
to have everybody that's come and join in. You're less likely to be stream snipers and to at least we hope, and try and
We hope.
put your mark on the show. Hopefully you can put your mark on the show well enough by chat here and hanging out and sharing time with us.
Not getting
All
shot
right.
by
Oh,
one
yes,
of our own.
39 jumps and 1 Mystic Star and a 315 full of Spy Spirit.
Oh, nice.
She's bribed her way into the server.
It's probably it should be a caterpillar at that point.
Yeah.
All right. So, did you show the picture of?
There was a
the
second
flyover?
clip that was even better.
Yeah,
Oh.
show the-
That one, 01X took that. It looked like professional drone footage over. It was
Do
really
you have a
beautiful.
link to it? Because
beautiful.
or a line?
Yeah,
it was
was
right
right below the
above the other one. Or Yeah.
Right
next to
below. Line 116. Drone scenic flyover.
Yes, we're out of order. That's okay. Here we go.
The Imgur link.
Boom, boom, boom. No. Oh, it's
Yeah,
this
when he
was
took
the
this,
MP4.
I was just
Yeah,
like,
this was the MP4. Okay.
yeah, I was just stunned at how beautiful that looked out.
It does actually look pretty damn cool. You got the one on top of the other.
Yeah,
That's how baby
You're sweet.
890s are born.
yes, that's how 600.
It's a 600 space.
Yeah, that is how 600s are made. Look, there's one right out front. I love that.
And that's
He-
a
he
beautiful
did a-
location too, with all that green grass.
Yeah, we were in a
totally agree.
in a beautiful valley with like it was just like the most gorgeous valley I found on the planet, but there wasn't enough room. And
No.
all of them took off and flew over. Which was cool too because we had I think we had 6 or 8 of them at the time and just kind of flying low over the mountain. It looked
Pretty
awesome.
cool.
So, do you know where to find these places again? Like, if you wanted to come back,
Yeah,
or
as you
is it
fly
just
down,
kind
just
of-
aim for the green spots or the
Yep.
spot that isn't white.
Well, this kind of area here, there's a lot of them. So if you so the trick that I found for best exploration on Microtech is when you get to Microtech, go to OM1, which is the North Pole. Look down, and you see the daylight line. The daylight
The
on the
Terminator?
right side is the Terminator. On the right side is sunrise. And so if you find an OM point closest to the sunrise line and warp to that and then fly down, because you have to fly all the way down 1 kilometers, which takes a while. If you start closer to sunrise, you get the most amount of daylight. And just point at anything that's a dark brown area.
Right.
Usually the smaller spots tend to have better scenery than there's big spots, and those tend to not have a lot of trees. Like we didn't have that many trees, but there were like colorful grasses and stuff. But the first valley that we got to, which I've got mapped out, is just stunningly gorgeous, absolutely stunningly gorgeous. And I've got one of the things I'm going to be doing, mapping out some more, so we can have a lot more places to go.
Yeah, like knowing where to
Shadow.
go. Mhm.
Let's move on to the Westminster Carrick Show by Pawn.
Oh,
We're gonna
this
jump.
was amazing. Pawn's in chat. I think he was earlier. He is a genius.
We don't wanna-
Pawn is our official gift master
Yes.
of
Very
the
much so.
Yacht Club, and this is genius.
So good. The shadows are so well.
Yeah, he did such a great job. I don't know how he does this stuff. So like
Well,
that
With
deletes
dope
out the
very
dog
carefully.
and puts. He said he spent hours making this thing.
You know, it's only like 18 or 7 or 8 seconds long. It's just,
It's
yeah,
so funny.
He's the official
Yeah,
Yacht Club GIF creator.
Get the gift master. Yeah, he did the Yacht Club bobbleheads and many other things. Yeah, I put it up on Reddit because he doesn't Reddit, and it had 1,200 upvotes.
How does he read it? How does he not read it
No.
on Reddit?
He
Another
doesn't. He doesn't.
What I really like is the little Terrapin videos.
Yeah.
Oh, those are the
it's-
best.
I love.
Did
yeah.
Bond make those too?
No.
No,
Oh,
there's,
okay. I was
there's
gonna say,
somebody.
holy shit.
He actually made his handle Little Terrapin.
Yeah, Little Terrapin Pilot.
I see him go into concierge chat once in a
The best. That is the best. Little Terrapin.
Great.
When is our seat ever going to be fixed?
I love those. Someday.
All right. And there's
What's
a
next?
cosplay element to show as well.
Oh
Yes, the
yeah.
Defiance cosplay.
No wait. This was this actually Diabolus or was this
Yeah, it was Diabolus. Oh,
Oh yeah, I saw
Yeah, it
these,
was
screen images today. It's fantastic cosplay.
yeah, and it was.
They
crazy 'cause
photoshopped the
it looked like it's
cosplay
in
back
game.
into the Star Citizen screenshots.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's so well done. It really just looks like it's actually characters.
It
in the
looks
person.
like it's in game.
Yeah, it's so well done.
Oh, Haska did the background. Swagger said.
Nicely done, Husker.
Yeah. So many people were fooled. I mean, he just looks,
Hey,
and the
Jay,
lighting
thanks for the host.
is brilliant.
That's a cool one
Yeah,
right there.
so well done.
That's just screenshots of the game, and they're telling you that they did cosplay. Like, look at how good our cosplay is.
That's some good-minded cosplay.
Actually, we should probably show the one where he actually pulled it out from the background.
Only if
One
you
sec.
have it.
I'll see if I can find it. Yeah, you'll keep rolling. I'll find that.
Sure. So
Yeah.
the next thing we go on to,
Jared
So that-
tweeted that out.
so we didn't talk about the lore post much. We kind of brushed over that. Did anybody read the lore post and want to talk about?
Of course, after I close.
Sadly, nobody reads lore except for Chris Harrow.
No.
Oh, that's a good point, Chris. Did you read it?
No.
Except for
Is
this
it-
one.
this
It's
week
not
is on
Xi'an
the-
related, right?
It's on the
I,
counter system.
I usually
which-
filter for Xi'an phrases or something, but I didn't have the time to go through all the lore by now.
I
Do you have the
posted
ability
in
I want
the
to
main
do
channel.
this later, but yeah.
Do you have the ability to look for Xi'an text?
Oh, that's a good
Hmm?
point. Yeah.
Yeah. Like if you
Yeah.
if you
His
control
divine
F to do
shadow.
a search.
His divine says you don't want to visit the Kano system.
Yeah. No, I have tools where I can scan or I can take a Xi'an sentence in SRX, post it in the tool, and then it automatically finds all the words and looks them up in the Xi'an dictionary.
Wow.
Oh wow, that's pretty
So
cool.
you can have all words in one run.
You've created your own
And-
translator there.
And you can do this for texts like 2,000 words or something. No problem.
That is
Oh
cool.
wow.
Wow.
So this way I can scan for Xi'an words too.
Shadow, I posted in the main channel in the Twitter.
The main Twitter.
tweet.
The tweet. Oh, that is cool. That is
Okay.
very cool.
So after that, let's just go through the rest of Inside Star Citizen sneak peek, and then the Carrick sneak peek that we have, which is pretty exciting. Before we dive into the interview,
We're not gonna say
Chris
that.
Harrow.
Well, there you go. That's that one. That was the only one, right?
Yeah, it was just the one, but they extracted him out and then stuck him
That
into.
was where the picture came
The
from.
has
Okay,
got
that
a
makes more
background.
sense.
That's really good.
So what do you want to do first, there, Timmy? The sneak peek that we're not supposed to do leaks.
Uh,
We don't do leaks.
No,
I don't know.
this sneak peek
So that
was
Inside
was
Star Citizen
set
sneak
out.
peek. Let's do that one first.
Yeah, that was sent out by Jared on Instagram.
Oh,
and
the
it's
video.
a- Yeah, it downloads and you've got to run it individually.
Yeah. This was the weird one that I wasn't ready for, but here we go. Moons over Mega Check. Do we want audio? No, we don't need audio.
No. Actually, audio would be good on that.
We do?
Essentially, we're going to be Inside
Oh.
Star Citizen, or is it Star Citizen Live? No, for Inside Star
Inside Star
Citizen, we're going to be talking about the Carrick, some more about the inside of the Carrick coming there, as well as we'll be talking about Microtech's moons, and
The
specifically about the Planet V4 system and those. So it should be a pretty cool episode if it's what we're expecting. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
It'll be
very
exciting.
excited.
Do we not want to show this?
All right.
I thought this was pretty neat.
It's a leak, but we should probably show
No,
it anyway.
no,
Like
this,
we don't do
this.
leaks here, but
This. Literally this. This
That-
is. We glazed over this. Not that this was a great video. It's actually.
So this was the MVP.
Yeah. But I mean, it's
Yeah.
a cool. I mean, all right, we'll go
it's a
little bit-
really good video. It's
we'll go
totally a
little
good
bit
video.
further into it. But I mean,
So this is the MVP of the week
Mhm.
that was raised in the newsletter,
I
and
thought it was
it's
good looking.
it was.
I
very
really
good.
appreciate people that actually take
Yeah.
FM, full motion video in 60 FPS, which is what this is. And it is, you definitely watch it on your own machine because we're going through it 60 FPS, but Twitch constantly screws that. But I mean, shots like that, and then some of the it's not volumetric fog yet, but I thought it was really cool. We totally skipped over this, so I just wanted to show it real quick.
Yeah, no, it's great. I just skipped over it because of time,
Sure.
but it's
So you
it's
guys can just
beautiful.
watch that.
But-
why don't we show the Carrick leak, and then we can put this one back on for people. to
But
watch.
we don't do leaks. You guys sure about
I know,
we
but
don't do leaks.
this one's
sure?
worth it.
I mean,
Yeah, let's
this
do it.
was
Is Xylo
definitely
here?
the best leak ever.
Best leak ever.
Best leak ever.
So there it is.
There you go, folks. There it is. It's done.
This is what we call the gray box phase.
No, we call it the gray
Um,
block phase. It's the gray block.
gray
phase.
block
It's,
phase.
it's where they
Gray
have to
brick
block
phase.
everything out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gray block phase. It's very
I
technical.
like how the Pisces is the 2-block piece.
Yeah, right. It's like it's like 6 Legos.
Does anybody know who produced this? Because it
Oh, that's
just kind
great.
of showed up
Stealth
on the
is
Discord.
like stealth is like, oh, so the Ursa does fit. Yeah, who did this? Because this is freaking brilliant.
It's so good. We'd love to give you credit if you knew who you were. It's so
Was
well
it
done.
not Pixel? Yeah, it probably was. No, because Pixel doesn't build things; he only destroys things. So it wasn't him.
Oh, it's the destroyer of worlds.
It almost looks like a render. I wonder if it's CG or real. That's good. It's a great thing, but so we show very few leaks here. In fact, we don't normally show any. So there you
Yeah,
go.
we try not to do leaks here.
We're-
Actually,
we're not that kind of
it's,
show.
we
No, John
run
Crew did
polls,
this.
and nobody really wants to see them. So, and if you want to see them, go and check them out. Discord, if you're really that
on
interested.
everything
But
else.
it kind of takes away the excitement of what's going on. So, yeah.
Anyway.
Okay, so let's move on and get to the interview side of things. Chris, thank you so much for coming on the show. I've personally been looking forward to this particular episode for a long time. I had
lived
been
through it. He lived through it.
Well,
Congratulations, Chris. That's amazing.
still have to get through the interview part.
Yeah, wow. Okay, fair enough.
This is where we ask about what color underwear you wear.
Nice.
But I had the good fortune of sitting with Chris at the airport on the way back from CitizenCon, and we were just chatting away, talking a little about the show. But more importantly, I was asking because I didn't have the chance to see Chris's panel at CitizenCon, so I was asking a little bit about the language, and Chris spoke a couple of lines of Xi'an, explained to me a little
It's
bit
not
more
Xi'an,
about
it's Banu.
Oh, Banu. Sorry, of Banu. You can tell how good my memory is. Or I got diagnosed with NVIDIA. So just yesterday, it's a tragic story. So the so it was really like to me it's a beautiful language. I love to get exposed to that. But what was really interesting is I don't know if you noticed, but there were. When we first started talking, there were a couple people that were kind of listening in, but towards the end of that conversation, people had moved from different seats to get as close as they could to sit and listen. And at the very end, we had a few people standing up, just staring at us, listening to the story that you were doing. It was people were like they really wanted to hear what you had to say. So that was one of the reasons why I said, Chris, we have to have you on the show. If you can draw a crowd explaining about the Banu language in your process, we need to have you on the show and expose what you do.
Because we need all the help we can get.
Yeah. So let's start at the very beginning. How did you get started in Star Citizen, and what brought you to the community?
You mean to language or Star Citizen at all?
To Star Citizen specifically.
Okay. I think I saw the announcement when everything started with the Kickstarter presentation, everything, and didn't have much time to follow it through. But I think in August 2013, I finally got my first package and started my long journey to my big hangar.
Early backer.
Indeed.
How big is that hangar to help people understand your investment?
Last time I counted,
Intensity
it
level.
was like 52 ships.
Oh, so small.
Got a couple of ships.
One of us.
At least to say I'm wing commander. Yeah.
A small fleet.
Fantastic. Fantastic. You definitely are one of us. And then
An important one of us question: do you own an 890?
No.
Good, you don't
unfortunately
need
not.
52
run out of
ships and
gas
you don't
anyway.
own an 890. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
That shows restraint, actually.
It does.
Shows
I
restraint.
have an Idris and a Orion, for example. These are the biggest ships.
Orion's
the
definitely not a small ship.
Good ships.
Oh,
Yeah.
Good ships.
And my first ship was an 300 series, because there weren't on at this time there were no variants,
Mhm.
and I directly upgraded it to the 325A. And
Yeah,
the
good
next
ship.
ship I
re-
bought was
I remember when the 325A got hangar ready. That was
yeah. The next ship concept I bought was the Redeemer, and as I said to my wife,
Oh, what a
this will be
mistake was
the
that.
only ship I'm
God.
buying, and nothing else.
Yeah.
Oops.
I think that'll be the last ship that ever
we
comes
were all
out.
there. We were all.
Yeah.
I gotta do
I
this.
st-
They get me more and more.
My first ship was the
It'll be the best
Freelancer
ship, though.
Max after like your starter package, and it's a gateway ship. Those cutlasses and
Gateway ship.
freelancers, and they're gateway ships.
Yeah.
The 350R was my gateway ship.
Ooh, it's not a bad one.
Shaozin says 50 Xi'an ships and 2 cutlasses, huh?
So Chris, clearly, the languages and the alien aspect of the game are all deeply part of what makes you passionate about the game, or where your interests are. Can you tell us a little bit about your exposure to perhaps what you do professionally and how that's tied in, helped you get started with what you've contributed so far to the community?
So for work, I'm a system administrator for Mac computers at in a big distribution company, and they have their own advertising department. There I started, and in the past, what I've done font-wise or language-wise, I was at this time, years in the past, I was reading when I was younger. I was reading Perry Rhodan novels, and they had their own font, but it was basically just a transliteration of German letters or normal alphabet letters into different symbols. So you could read just English or German words of ship names or something and write them in another language. And this was the first part when I started. I created an own font where I could write in this alien font.
Huh.
But then after this, I didn't do anything on font wise. So when I in 2017 when I was at CitizenCon, I was in the audience when Brendan Watkins presented the first version of the first release of the Xi'an language.
Xi'an language, yeah, I remember that.
And then I this panel I decided to learn Xi'an and do everything I can to get fluent in this language. And then shortly after this, I looked at the release document and copied the native Xi'an writing out of the document and pasted it into something else, and just used the normal font. And then I saw that these letters are this font you had to use very special letter combinations and letters that are not easily to type with a keyboard. So you have to use like code tables and something to get all the writing looking right. And then I decided, yeah, this is not the way you can write this natively. It's too hard to write this. And then I wanted to find a better solution, and I directly just looked what font design programs are the best out there at the market that I can afford, and then I bought for my Mac a program that's called Glyphs, and you can use to create your fonts, and it's very intuitive and very professional. And yeah, then I started with the alphabet. I imported the alphabet from PDF and started creating a. But the problem with Xi'an is the writing system is like Korean, where you have an alphabet, and the letters of the alphabet combine into syllables. And this the problem is when you want to have these different combinations and want to have all the syllables as ligatures. So when you write combinations of letters that automatically create these syllables, you would have to have like more than 16,000 glyphs in a font
Holy crap!
to have all the combinations.
Wow.
Yeah, that
I tried
you
it
could totally get
just
that.
just to see if it's feasible technically, also by coding and creating these amount of letters, but the font program is collapsing and it doesn't really
Wow.
work, and the font would be huge to use it, and so I knew I had to find a different solution. And then I I started research more into open type fonts, where you can it's like program. It's a little bit like coding, where you can have different features in the font to use. And for example, in the Xi'an font, I use contextual substitution to create all the glyphs. And basically, it's for example, when you write Xi'an, you for the you just type X, then EE. I added a feature where double vowels get automatically converted into the long forms of vowels.
Jeez.
So, for example, you have in Xi'an you have the sound. It's just an E, and then you have the long form of is A. So it's
Okay.
Xi'an. So
I
you
think
type
you know the language better
XEE,
than they do.
and you get the Shay. It's the first syllable, and in the open type part, when you type XEE,
Mhm.
the first rule set that gets applied is the double E. So it gets converted into the long E, and then when you have the L and the long E, you have already Xi'an letters, and when you type an L, it's a consonant, and it fills the complete first syllable block from the width, but the right half is empty. So your cursor is one letter more to the right. Then you type the A with a double E, and the A is a consonant, is a vowel. And the rule set, when you type a consonant and a vowel, then the vowel is automatically converted into the small form, which has no width and overlaps 500, or the half side of the first syllable or the first letter. So basically, you have. Can you see my hands? Yeah, here.
Yeah.
You have the first letter. The first half is the X. Then your cursor is at this point, and so you have the full width of the syllable, and then you type the A, which would fill the next syllable completely. But if the rule set applies, this one is converted into the small form that has no width. It's just 0 width here, and overlaps 500 to the left. Also a normal syllable is 1,000 points wide in the program. So you have this complete syllable filled. And there's even another rule set where you can have mini forms. So, for example, when I type L, I have a consonant, full width, then an E, this is a vowel, that gets in the small form, so it fills the left half, the right half. But when you type an N after this, then the E is converted into a quarter size, just the half height, and the right and right under it is the len, the N part placed. So yeah, this basically is how the font assembles all these syllables.
So it's almost like Russian. I mean, well, because some Russian characters, they in certain cases overlap. Like the
Sorry, did you drop out? I couldn't hear you.
yeah, some Russian characters, when put together, they actually overlap due to context, and then some don't. Is what you're saying, and that I didn't even know that about Xi'an. That's
Yeah, there's the two different concepts. The first concept is in Xi'an alphabet, you have diphthongs. For example, there are Xi'an letters that are, for example, AO, for example, or for example, yeah, or yeah, AO, for example, is so it's not, you have two letters in our alphabet, but in Xi'an this is one letter. So when you type AO, then these two letters are automatically converted into one letter in Xi'an. And then when I combine Xi'an letters, then the rule set applies and puts them into the syllables. And
jeez.
so, for example, there's UE, where is one letter in Xi'an. So when you type, you have the U and the E, they form one letter, but it looks like they are on top of each other. But on other combinations, for example, like the E and the N, there are two different letters, but they are written in the syllable form on top of each other as mini forms.
Wow.
That's nuts.
So
So,
in the Xi'an alphabet has around like 200 letters.
so there's 200 letters, and you're saying that in order to form the language properly, you would have needed roughly 1,500 characters. Is that about right?
I think it said 16,000.
Yeah,
16,000.
16,000. There's a lot more than that.
So programmatically develop these systems is what you're telling us, or in much more
That's
in order to
pretty
approximate-
amazing.
That is
It's
unbelievable.
phenomenal. I don't think people understand when they hear that you've created a font for an alien language, how complex and dynamic it is. And I don't know if you have do you have any of the font you can show for us? Do you have a link perhaps on you show me holding up the screen?
Yeah, I think you can link to the panel, the CitizenCon panel. There's one part where there's a GIF animation of the Xi'an writing. This is a very good example.
I'm trying to find it now.
Okay.
Xi'an Star Citizen panel. You want the video? Oh, here's the wiki. The wiki's got to be accurate.
Wait a second, I search for the.
Yeah, why don't we
Yeah,
let
it
you
should
send us
be-
the one he wants? So there's 2949 CitizenCon. And there's a video.
Should be hard to find.
No, I
Sure,
have it.
they would have had a playlist, right?
They would have.
Mhm.
Yes.
Star
This is-
Citizen would have
this
had a
is actually on
CitizenCon
Board
playlist.
Gamer's site.
Here we are.
I mean, it's an hour long though, so is there any point through here that we want to talk about?
Xenolinguistics and you. There it is.
Yeah, I have that one.
I'll put it in the show channel.
Ja. Xi'an. Right, so we have. Let's see if we can get through here to the good part, right? Banner culture. Banner language. Oh, so that's
It's 4 minutes.
4 minutes. Okay. Oh yes, there we go. Very nice. There you go. Xi'an working font. Very cool.
Yeah, this is Xi'an in Xi'an. So as I said, this is the X, the EE, or the A, and then a falling pitch, then SUE, swear, and LEN, the last syllable.
It's amazing.
So you see in the middle syllable, the right one is one letter,
and you
the
can
where,
see
and
as you're typing it, it builds itself.
Yes, this is the system.
That's crazy.
That is unbelievable.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And I have two variants. I have our horizontal writing version and the native Xi'an vertical.
Oh, so vertical is the native.
Yes.
Man, that is. I think you slightly impressed the crowd there a little bit.
Just amazing. It's one thing to hear you say it, even in such technical detail. Another thing to actually see it in action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watching
it
it build
afford-
is probably one of the coolest
Oh.
things ever. Hey,
Yeah, it's a
Hawkeye,
bit
thanks for the
like
tier 3
magic.
sub, buddy.
And then
Tier 3
I
sub.
think everybody would love to.
So sorry,
Good.
you just dropped out.
Oh, sorry. The obviously Discord's having issues. It would be wonderful to hear a bit of the spoken language for everyone. Do you have something you can share with us?
Yeah,
That's
on
the
Xi'an
value.
I didn't have too much speaking practice. This is on my to-do list. But for example, hello, my name is Chris. Is Xi'an Esen Chris Noah.
Nice.
Very
That's
cool.
really neat. so
And then you
with
have that longer Banu.
Yeah, that's the guy I can do. Here's another one. You see it here. So I made. Whoops, this one.
Yeah,
So
and
my
that's
dog tag is my name in Xi'an as and stainless steel dog tag.
Lovely.
Very cool.
That is
And then
cool.
the Banu language looks much more flowy.
Ooh, we have that.
And do we have an example of that?
Flowy. Well, it was in the
Yeah,
same video.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's in the same video. Just I searched for
it's
the
just
other.
a little bit further along. So we've got right here, right there. Yeah, it's very
3611.
Oh, 3611. Okay.
Yeah, this is the Banu language.
Yeah.
That is gorgeous.
It's
Oh.
it's very organic and flowing, and
Mhm.
yeah, it's looking very alien too.
So how complex is this as well? I mean, is this another one where hundreds of thousands of characters, or is it much
it's
easier?
not as complex as Xi'an, because in Banu you have a syllabary, very you have combinations of consonants and vowels. So every letter you see is a combination of a consonant and a vowel.
Hmm.
And when Banu want to speak something that's not normal Banu word that use combinations of consonants, they use the a vowel muting symbol. You see it in when you look at the letters, when there are two little dots at the top. This is the vowel muting symbol.
Vowel muting. So,
And-
okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So basically it is that is not spoken. It's written, but it is not spoken and ignored.
So those
So-
two sort of wings at the top.
Hey, Hawkeye, thanks for the
Yeah,
nice
the two
donation,
wings
sir.
at the top are for the O, and when you have two little dots under the wings, then this is the vowel muting O.
Hey, Hawkeye, thanks for the awesome tip, man. Really great. We
Awesome, man.
And
definitely play some
Sorry,
chips here.
Chris. Didn't mean to. Yeah, we gotta give some
Sorry,
stuff
Chris.
away. Sorry about that, Chris.
sorry.
We have a great community.
So and it
Oh,
was
here-
very
so
cool
what's-
because
This
in the panel we had a part where we spoke native Banu, and if you want to hear me speaking my memorized part from the panel?
Yes,
in Banu?
please.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's Mbesoma o Cefaba, Soyela Ektulu Enga Waktu Fochoaria, Suganga Fainotsutai. Sao Etumbe Uefesisi Fabatai, Sotai, and Dui Gongo Tsutai. And
Yeah, I'll take 7.
this
That's so cool.
basically means
This-
or says that the biggest challenge on creating the Banu font was finding a finite set of elements. But the longest time took was the creation of the vector of the vector data.
Oh yeah, yeah, we totally see that because I mean it's very eloquent. I mean it looks gorgeous.
Yeah,
Love it.
it's
So
it,
what we're
it
looking at here,
sounds just like it looks, which is
I
fantastic.
paused it here because are these like sound groups? Okay, yep, and
Basically, this is like a matrix. This is a little excerpt. On the left side, you have the clean vowel forms that are normally not typed, and on the columns are the vowels, and so you have the basic form, and you have the diacritics on this basic form define what vowel it is. So but you have, for example, the M. You have the basic M form with the capsule opened at the bottom, and this little reversed P form in the middle.
Mhm.
And you see for the top line, this middle form is the basic form is all the same, just the different diacritics on top or below define what vowel it is. For example, the first is an I. Then you have A, and just a bit mixed up. But the last, for example, is the O. The O form is the weakest. So basically, from the left to the right, you have the how's it called? How you pronounce the vowels. So when you have a word with an I in it, the I is pronounced and not the O. For example,
Oh.
later in the presentation, you have, for example, the word Faber. So when you have two R's, the first R is pronounced as Faber. And
wow.
and if you want to pronounce it differently, you have to use a special symbol that's called irregular stress, and this is a vertical line after the capsule. And if you go to wait a second. (4421).
Okay. 4421. Okay. Wow. Jeez.
Yeah, in this example, you see, you have the first capsule. Then after that, this has the irregular stress mark, the vertical mark, that gets automatically combined with the top syllable, the top diacritic. But when you type the next letter after it, the E diacritic gets very near to this irregular stress mark, and the feature in my font automatically swaps them out and combines them into these flowing combinations of letters. And I think there are 9 different combinations that are possible.
Jeez.
Wow.
How do you figure all this out? I mean,
I'm a
logic based on
self-educated.
lore? I mean, is it is it written somewhere? Or?
Yeah, basically, I got the definition from the design from Britain, and I take his design and create a programmatically working font.
That's crazy.
That is pretty incredibly impressive.
It is.
You are a serious nerd. I am proud of you.
Yeah.
Massive.
That's
And
Definitely the nerdiest of the
and
nerds
CIG
that we've
is-
come across.
And CIG is proud of you. So that's
and super
it's
fortunate
great.
to have you as a member of the together.
yeah. It's
And the comment on the YouTube video, it was very funny saying he said, "Oh my God, we have to create a whole new levels of nerd." And on Star Citizen, I'm a pretty good five or six, but now I found all the tens.
Nice.
yeah.
And somebody
This
said in the comments, "I want a
seriously
Banu
nerd.
keyboard." I love that. That would be a massive. No, the Xi'an
would be
one
cool.
would be massive.
Not really. I'm
being
one
facetious.
of my projects. I'm working on a Xi'an keyboard, and I can theoretically type everything with around 60 buttons.
Wow, that is pretty cool.
Very cool.
I can't wait to see that.
So I currently have a prototype, but it has currently only one button.
It's a hell of a
Nice.
prototype.
But
So I think we have a couple of questions.
It can connect wirelessly to my iPad and everything. It's working.
Very cool.
Oh, we do have
I think we got a
questions,
couple of questions for Chris.
Yes,
I gotta get to bed soon. It's 1:00 in the morning.
well aware. Okay, so one thing we want to do though is we want to do a poll very quickly. We've got a couple of options now. It's been in honor of Chris being on the show. We'd love to present a Defender as one of the options for the giveaway. But what we also have, because we happen to be sitting at $300, we have the option doing a pack. Now, what is this pack? A $300 combo Caterpillar and Dragonfly pack. So it's got the Caterpillar as well as both the black and yellow Drake Dragonfly yellow jackets. Now, that's $300. The Banu Defender is clearly not $300, but what we would do is we would save the remainder for the next show. We don't like to do that, but we're happy to do it if you guys would prefer to have a Banu. And we might be able to find by the end of the show something to give away to make up remaining money between $300 and the Banu.
I don't remember how much a Banu is.
Well,
185.
we they're like 220 now, but we've got a bunch at 185, so we're prepared to give it away at the smaller amount, which gives us room for another giveaway.
I thought I had a Sentokai, but I don't.
But while we're looking at that, because it would be fantastic option, a
Maybe
Banu ship and a Xi'an ship. I think that would be fantastic. But you know what? I think let's run a poll anyway, just to say what is everyone's favorite language so far that they've seen that Chris has put up. Is it okay? So there's the
Running a
poll:
poll right
Banu
now.
Defender or the
Oh, no, we're doing the ship giveaway poll first.
so Banu Defender or Caterpillar and Dragonfly combo.
That's a good question. I don't know what I would want. I'm gonna let you guys decide. Ooh, it's even.
close.
It's 50-50. I don't want to add my
Defender
So
is suddenly
close.
coming back.
Defender's pulling away.
yeah.
We had a bunch of early.
It's a
Drake.
beautiful ship.
Pulling away.
And you said the Defender new sort of daily driver, Jordan, is that right?
It is. I love the Defender. I put a siren and I can get the system in 5 minutes. And
Wow.
I
That's
upgraded
fast.
the it's super fast. It's got a great quantum drives. So it takes like 500 and something quantum and it has 750 in the tank. So I can go back and forth times. It's got room to keep a couple of boxes in there. You can friend. It's super fast in atmosphere. It flies great. It looks. It's good in Pirate Swarm. I've upgraded it with the neutron repeaters, FR66 coolers or ultra flow coolers.
Oh,
FR66.
the Defender
I
one.
did not upgrade the
Well,
shield.
it
The
looks
shield.
like the Banu's the Defender.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Ben is the defender.
Banu is the
Banu is the defender.
It's defending its title as the ship.
Defending the titles.
Yeah.
#1.
So
it's like,
we
it's
have a
a
couple
great
hosts
ship.
on the show that are turning into pumpkin spice in about 5
Turning
minutes.
into
So,
pumpkin spice.
so what we need to do is we need to run through questions as quick as we can. So let's do lightning round. But the first question I want to make sure we can push through, because I think this is a great one for Chris to answer. Shadowkin, are you able to Q&A page grab the link that's in the first question there while I read out the question? So the question is, does Chris know or about the Vasley fragment stone? And we have a link that we'll share. And how did that influence his language creation? I see your eyes are very big, Chris. Do you know the stone?
So a
What?
little bit
I
dropped
haven't
out
seen
of the
it in a long
sound, but
time.
So there's something called the
We'll reconnect, so it's not a big deal.
ouch.
Yeah, it's certain routes on the internet right now because I have
Yeah.
a ping spray that's going to like 60 different sites.
Yay, we're
across-
back.
Yeah, there
We're
we go.
back. Awesome.
We're all frozen except for
Mm,
Shadow.
Yay.
It's all right. I also have to do is just reconnect. There we go. Watch. And this is why we use this technology.
so-
because
I think
I
I think
believe-
it might have rated while gone.
Yeah, I'll be
that
back.
recovers. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're back.
okay, I think
Like I said.
this was way before even the Xi'an language was created. So I don't think this is actual language at the moment.
Okay. And
Yeah, this was a
how would
long
it,
time ago. So
Yeah.
for those that missed it, including myself, what are we looking at as far as this Vasley stone?
This is an element of of Hangar Flare. It's a Puglisi collection where you have different things from the verse. For example, I think even one part is a part of Vandal armor.
Oh wow.
This was I think subscriber flare, Hangar Flare, way back.
Yes, it says, well, while the purpose of the Vasily fragment was still unclear, it has been adopted by several movements in popular culture. Huh. Well, there you
Okay,
go.
so let's push through some of these questions. So Shaozen, typing seems similar to typing Japanese using phonetic hiragana and katakana, and then it transforms into kanji if it can. Was that any kind of inspiration?
Not directly. I think the writing system is Korean. So
Yeah.
because in Chinese and Japanese, the letters are they have a meaning. So
Yeah.
so each syllable is a word you write, and in Korean or in Xi'an the same. The letters themselves have no special meaning. Just the combination into syllables creates the meaning. So when you have, for example, LEN from Shaesulen, Len is peace, and the L, the E, and the N symbols they don't have any meaning. And when they are used in different combinations, just the combination creates the meaning, not the letter itself.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. Okay, so moving on to the next question. What ship manufacturer do you think, and this is less of them now are specific towards you, Chris. It's more sort of what ship next question is more generic cast. What ship manufacturer do we think would win? What ship manufacturer do you think will con this year?
We'll sponsor CitizenCon.
Oh, sponsor.
Yeah, so we had Anvil. We had Anvil for 29.49. We had Drake for 29.48.
We had Origin before that, didn't we?
was trying to think what LA was last year or last time.
I don't know.
Origin sponsored the 600 Citizen Con.
It was probably
Where's that- where
Crusader.
was
That was
game?
2017.
It was Consolidated Outlands. The year before that, because we had the Pioneer.
Yeah, 2016 was Consolidated Outland.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, what did we get in 2017?
I think Origin was Gamescom.
Origin for
Yeah,
Maybe
it was
it was
Origin
also
in
the
2017. 'cause
Timble,
Crusader ships that are
It
coming.
was Gamescom.
Crusader.
he thinks it could be Crusader this year.
yeah, maybe
we have had a
Crusader.
lot
I
of
hope
Crusader
not.
stuff
My God, I hope
this
not.
year.
I-
We have the Ares
I
coming
love
out,
Crusader.
the Starlifter that's coming into the game.
The only thing that grays the Hercules. It's the only good ship that they have.
Herc, it's Daedalus.
Everything else can die in a fire. I hope it's Aegis. I mean, even though they already had the special event that was Aegis. But
Yeah, or that could even be RSI, for example.
oh,
with the
yeah,
medical
that would be
ship coming.
awesome. Everybody gets a bangle.
Maybe
Bangles
a
for everybody.
rework of the constellation or something.
They already have
Yeah.
a medical
Thanks
ship.
for the follow.
That-
I think
another
you're trying to trigger.
Oh,
Or the Polaris, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still want to have a Polaris with torpedoes, but with 4 size 8 lasers.
that's right.
So
Replace
is,
them.
is,
Totally with you.
is,
Like a ship
the,
killer version.
is it time to enter the contest with
Oh,
Bang
we
Ship
can?
Me?
Sure.
Prob-
Let's do it.
probably should.
Here we
Yes.
go.
There's a lot of people are doing it.
It
so
is
it
live. It is now live. If you typed it
It's
before,
now live, okay.
it is not in
Okay.
it. It's Bang Ship Me.
Now,
Yeah.
One
Now
of these
enter.
days
Before
we're
you got to
actually,
redo it.
yeah, one of these days we're actually going to link the emote to actually do it, but I haven't got that far yet.
Yeah, it would be so good if the emote did it. We got to make that happen.
I'm on it, just for you.
Awesome.
So you have to be a follower. You have to be in our Discord, and I think that's
Yeah,
it.
you have to. There's 3 things. You have to be a follower. You have to be in the Discord. You have to be watching the show.
Oh, and you have to be here.
currently, like right here. So you have to be able to answer in chat. And there's one fourth thing: you have to be awesome. You can't just be some knucklehead that watches the show. And
Yeah, you can't be Spectre.
yeah, and you can't be
Can't be
Spectre.
You can't be Spectre. Yeah.
Poor Spectre.
That's a good. That's a
Can't
good
be Spectre. I think we have to Spectre. It's been a while since
He won like 3 things in a row. He's still on timeout.
it was a long time ago.
He's still in timeout. So we give away a lot of stuff here if you don't know that. So but yeah. Anyway,
Spectre's like, no, I didn't. Defending
no, I
himself.
didn't.
he's like, I ain't won shit. He probably hasn't. In fact, he's probably won nothing, and we just.
It's
probably
like I
drank
won
too much.
one shit.
What, like what, like a dragonfly or something.
No, he won a Vanguard.
We should
Yeah,
do,
very
we
nice.
should do a pink Vanguard.
We used to give away a
Okay,
lot.
so while that's happening, let's a couple other questions real
Oh,
quick.
go.
Yep.
Yeah.
What
Who's
conditioner do you use
redecorating?
for your beard, Dr. Murray?
What?
What?
What conditioner do you use for your beard, Dr. Murray?
I don't know what it's called.
Is that what it's
It's
called?
like- No,
That'd be a great
it's
name
like-
for a product. What's it called? I don't know. what it's
Yeah, I don't
No,
know.
I
It's
really don't.
like Mr.
That was-
Beardley's or something like that. It's
called.
got a silly
Mr.
name.
Beardley's.
That was submitted by the guy who wants an epic beard like yours. If the Yacht Club hosts played a Star Marine elimination match, who
I would.
by
Nobody.
Slippery
No,
NP.
no. We would
Dr.
find a
Murray.
way that we all died.
the
It would
same
just
time.
be. It would,
Although-
no, not at the same time.
Sorry,
We would just
Dr.
all
Murray is
die.
actually pretty good.
It would be
it'd be
it would
Doc.
be Doc though. But if it was Joran that killed you, he'd apologize.
Yeah, he'd say sorry.
Profusely.
I would
Profusely.
apologize.
Sorry, man. Sorry.
Sorry.
Not sorry. I'd say sorry, not
Sorry.
sorry.
Sorry. Yeah, you'd say
But
sorry.
I'd probably get
Sorry.
killed, so I wouldn't have a
Sorry.
chance.
That's
for
that's
being
how we
sorry.
play Star Marine.
I still have that Canadian in me that will start to say sorry.
Next question.
Go with it.
The Gib.
How much gib would a gib if a gib could gib gibs?
Morbidly obese Lou.
By no obese.
The answer is Carrick.
We're gonna say carrot.
Yeah.
The
And
answer
then
is
there you
carrot.
go.
Okay.
The answer is Carrick.
And Moist Noodle, awesome to have you
Moist.
in chat, man. Moist Noodle asks, how big is Big Benny's?
No, how big is Benny's noodle?
Well, we got served Big Benny's noodles at CitizenCon 2948 at the
And
truck.
to-
So do
yeah.
you guys remember how thick those?
They weren't that big. They were
They're
They were-
noodle sized.
they weren't
udon noodles.
Yeah.
Agreed on? Okay.
I mean, they're not.
I think.
noodles.
I don't remember.
They're not
Noodle
Yacht Club
size.
noodles. I give you that.
I think.
Were they?
I think they were like Korean, not Japanese noodles.
So definitely egg
they weren't
based.
Yacht Club
Yeah.
noodles. So let's just go with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Moving right
Okay.
along. That's all of our questions.
Yeah, so that's all the questions. So thanks, Keep. Okay, so basically that kind of brings us towards the end of the show, but a few things going on. Really, really exciting. So please stand by and listen for those. I want you to miss them. The first thing is tomorrow we've got Inside Star Citizen, which is we're getting a look at the interior of Carrick as well as Microtech's moons, specifically with the Tech version 4. That should be super exciting. Later in the week on Friday, we always get the RSI newsletter, the roadmap updates, and subscriber health update. But Star Citizen Live this week, we've got a couple of cool things going on. At 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern, we have the vehicle experience team is doing an Ask Me Anything, so an AMA.
That'd be good.
Richard, it's going to be pretty cool, I think. Richard Towler and Yogi Klatt from this team are going to be answering your questions. Then on Spectrum, starting at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, and actually opening up a half an hour before that, there's going to be an Ask Me Anything as well. Prison system. Now that's not going to be live on Twitch. That is on Spectrum. That's part. So that should be pretty interesting as well. If you want to know, why prisons, or how things work, just go ahead and sign up for that. Now, on the weekend upcoming, there's a couple of neat things happening. First thing is Bar Citizen. If you're in Colorado Springs, there's one happening. Also Dallas Fort Worth. There's a Bar Citizen coming up. But on Sunday, we've mentioned the regatta that is happening, that Joran and the 890 Jump Club are together. And who else is?
Anybody who shows up.
Anybody who's got an 890, welcome in that. But it's probably going to run maybe like 3 hours. The 890 folks out,
Okay.
So we'll just be bringing in more yacht club.
And what time is that, Joran?
3 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. UTC.
Okay.
Whatever that means. Is that England
Perfect.
time?
And noon Pacific for those.
Noon Pacific. Yes.
Yeah.
This
Specific.
Sunday.
Specific.
Noon specific time.
And then upcoming shows and guests we're going to have next week, having Miss Hearts. That we've been really excited to have Miss Hearts
Ooh,
come on
that'll
the
be
show.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
she's been in the wings for
Quite some time.
a couple of months now. Yeah, so pretty
Yep.
excited to have that one come together. And then on February 29th, guys, this is the really exciting part that I was kind of having everybody stay on for. PAX East, we are running the Bar Fights stream, which is an in-game event that's going to happen in tandem with the Bar Citizen at PAX East. So what's happening is Lieutenant Dan and Kai will have 2 computers at the bar, and they'll be having people sit down and do melee combat and fight and have a little bit of a fight club kind of bar fight in the verse. And so what we need to do as Yacht Club is we need to fill up an 890 jump. So there's a call for anyone to contact me through Discord.
Beat
If
down.
you want to be on the 890 jump and you want to have some fun watching the fights in first person right there while it's happening, rather than just on Twitch, let me know. Let us know. Anyone on
If you want
show,
to feel the
and we'll
blood
make sure.
on your suit,
So
let us know.
the first 50 people to contact us.
Oh yeah, Xi'an is actually one of the fighters.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah, Xiaozin's
terrifying.
one of the fighters.
If
That's
you've ever
right.
seen him in real life, that
Nice.
would be terrifying.
Come and support your own. Support Xiaozin. Let's see how he does fight. And otherwise, join us. I think we probably have 15 or 20 people to join us as VIPs watching that. That'll be really good. So that's being put on by Lieutenant Dan, Kai, Mr. Grizz, Odyssey Interstellar, which is an org. Of course, ourselves, Yacht Club, and the Daymar Rally. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And you can see we've got Asapita in there as well. And of course,
Doing the
Kai
news.
Overt. If you don't know their channels, really, really cool people. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So hit us up if you want to be part of that. Then, of course, Saturday, this Saturday coming up as well, Joran will be streaming at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And he also streams tomorrow, Thursday, as well as on.
Tomorrow night. Yes.
So come and join in the action. A lot
And
of
then
fun.
Shadow on Friday.
Yeah, and then following up with
That's
Shadow.
right. So I actually have my very first show this Friday, starting at 10 p.m. Eastern. So I'm gonna start doing 10 p.m. Eastern on Fridays and Tuesdays as well. So definitely here come. It's a messed up channel, but I don't have Shadowkin because I forgot what the login is. So it's the real Shadowkin.
We all
Give me a
laugh, but
follow- We've all been there. Exactly. And Twitch refuses to answer me. So anyway, but yeah, come join me. We have a blast. I have a ton of giveaways, a bunch of games. I did a stream on Tuesday, which was hilarious because everyone thinks I'm running a racket when it comes to my my betting. But I fixed it, and it actually works really good now. So yeah, join me.
So it should be a lot
Join
of fun.
us.
We've got regattas
All of
coming
us.
up. We've got fights coming. Lots of streams we can get in. It's going to be a fantastic time. So before we start wrapping up the show, does anyone have business or discuss before we send the raiding party off to plunder somebody else? Anyone? Okay. All right. Well,
We do have a ship to give away first.
Yeah,
oh,
we
that's
got
right. We got to
giveaway.
shit. Oh my god. Okay.
As everyone's like, just waiting.
All right.
Oops.
Like
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody. Sorry.
See you later.
Gib.
All right.
All right, we ready?
Okay. Are we ready?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're-
Roll.
I think we're ready.
Wait, let me refresh. Or unless figures now it doesn't want to give me the
Broken.
Yeah, it just I think it's because I logged out like back in. Hold on. T, if you can hit it, you go right ahead, buddy. Giveaways broke. Okay, we're ready. Here we go. And closing entries and picking a winner. Comic Stud.
Hey, nice.
Congratulations,
Right.
Comic
buddy.
Stud.
Are you
Congrats,
here?
Comic Stud.
Are you
He
here?
won
Are you
something
here?
recently.
Yes, he's
Good
for
definitely
you.
here. He's
Yeah.
definitely a regular.
He won something
Awesome.
recently, but it wasn't too recent, so I think
We
can-
know
No.
that guy. There you go.
He's not Spectre, so it's
I'm
Awesome.
a Spectre, so he's okay. Poor guy.
But you
He's
see,
getting
like,
income.
you know, there's only so many people watching, so your chances of winning are pretty darn good when you look at winning. That's a $220 ship, something
Yeah,
like
buddy.
yeah.
that. So the
Congratulations.
melt value of this one will be 185. So Comic Stud, please contact me in Discord. I'll get you sorted out. And
Yeah, context
get,
him, not me this time.
Yeah.
Stim Citizen this time, and we'll arrange with the owner of that ship to get it to
And
you.
we'll have a little bit extra for next week, so definitely.
Yeah.
I want to add something before we close.
Oh, perfect.
Sure,
yes,
please
absolutely.
go ahead. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So if anybody got interested in Xi'an or Banu language or everything linguistic centered, you can head on to the website of the UE Xenolinguist Institute. It's uexi.com.
You want to post
There
it?
you have
can
an
put it in
invitation
the
link
chat.
for our Discord server and all the big resource links and tools we create. So
Do you have that link?
So
all you
can-
need.
Can you say that?
So I posted in the chat.
Which one? Show. I don't see it.
Show.
And main. Nope.
Main.
I'm looking. I'm not seeing it. I definitely want to get this because I want it.
I posted in Maine. In Maine or in show?
No, I don't see it.
In the show, in Twitch.
Oh, the Twitch show.
in the Twitch chat.
You don't.
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
There it
T
is.
Nicer just posted
T-Nicer.
it.
T-Nicer posted it. Thank you, buddy.
Good job.
T's on top of things.
And I'll repost
Woo!
it again. Thanks, T, man.
We're a
You've got
mess
us
without
sorted.
T.
We are.
Okay, so that's how people can find you. Is there any other way that they, Chris, if they have any questions for you as well?
Yeah, sure. I'm on the Discord every day. So just head there and ask me questions.
Okay, and I'm
Yes.
assuming there's a link to. Oh yeah, it
The
links straight
Discord's
to
on
the
that
Discord.
site. So
Yeah, it's just
okay.
a hub website.
The
Great.
UEXI. That's a cool domain because it's super short and it's a .com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody thought of that one. Very cool.
All right. Okay, guys, let's start with the kind of exiting the show. Thank you so much for joining us, Chris. It's been a really unique pleasure to have you on the show. Not only just to join the. Thank you very much. It's really cool to see the language, understand how your unique skill set has brought programming and the language together. Just such a wonderful hybrid skill set to bring things together. Really kind of cool. So
it's useful for our tools too. So for example, I have a Xi'an dictionary web app where you can just open the app. You can add it to your home screen on your phone, and it works. It acts like a native app where you can just search for words and you can find.
Is this the one where we use it
easily?
And like Homeland Security realizes that and they can't understand it, so they come after us? Because that would be awesome.
Yeah.
No, it's super cool. I mean, Chris, amazing mind, man. It just blows me away now that we've really gotten into it. Man, I did not realize it was that crazy. I mean, this is geek beyond geek. Thank you. It was very cool.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool. So thanks, everybody. We hope you enjoyed sitting through our updates, opinions, and laughs. If you have any questions for us, please feel free to submit them via the website. We'll make sure that we answer them on the next show. If you're putting on an event, or if you have a project, or if someone that has a project, let us know and we'll showcase it for everybody to see. That's exactly what we're about showcasing citizens and getting people on the show to really expose what they do, as well as get a chance for everybody to see, the interesting stuff that's being put together.
We love our geeks.
Yeah, absolutely love it, and I can't think of a better example than Chris Harrow that we've had tonight. Don't forget to follow us if you haven't already, to make sure that you get a notification when we next week and every week, because we do this every Wednesday. We'll be posting this show to YouTube
for almost a year now,
so that we can, over a year. Oh, almost, because February 26th, right?
Next show.
Right. So next show will be a year.
The next show will be our 1 year
anniversary.
Woo!
Wow.
We are not doing anything special.
Terrifying you people still watch us after a year. Oh, it's the alcohol. That's why. We're probably the only good show on a Wednesday night. That's why.
All right. So we'll be posting this to YouTube. So stay tuned if you can't watch it, or shows are always posted to YouTube. So if you miss one, you can always catch up. And then please consider giving us a nitro boost if you have a spare nitro boost hanging around. It helps the audio quality on the show, and we'll sort out. We'll sort that out. We have a couple of ideas we can try and do, but it's more about the bit rate and the higher quality of it.
Hey,
thanks for the last second sub.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's plugging it in there. Way to go, Stuff Tribe. Thank you.
And then, guys, as we always try and end off. Please, can the hosts raise up their drink and do a
cheers?
We're going to be rating Buster the Destroyer. Please, everybody, great time.
Give her a lot of love.
Salute, everyone. Thank
cheers,
you for
everybody. Good night. Good night.
See you. Cheers. We stream pretty much every night between Jordan and the Yacht Club, so no excuses.
Perfect. Nicely done.
We're here all the time.
There's Buster.
There's Buster.
Jordan, what night don't we cover? I think we've got every night covered. I don't know my audio on.
Yeah. So, guys, I do have to run. Like, I've got a jam.
Yeah.
So,
me too.
Me too.
It's late. Good night, everybody.
Yeah.
Love y'all.
Bye.
Chris, it was
Chris,
great hanging out
that
with
was
you, man.
fantastic.
Thanks
Thank
a bunch,
you,
Chris.
for
That
coming.
was awesome.
After
Really appreciate it.
Really good.
Good hanging out.
I knew it